sitting back like the seats of an 86 Delta 88 coupe on D's and bones, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Going live in a minute, Blizzard King. This is Winter Dennis Sperling Podcast. You are rocking with the realest black men represented. Ain't no lies, cause we winning. Catching flies, ain't no feelings. Uncle D, we the villain, baby. We just left the village, baby. Now we in them villas, baby. Dennis Sperling Podcast, tuning in, we get it, baby. You can hate the player, hate the game. We love all you haters. Hate watch, hate watch. Calling lovely ladies, hands on your knees. You can thank us later. We snatching the crowns off of queens. We obliterate them. Tell the truth, shame the devil. They trying to eliminate us. You begging the sipping haters. Peeling layers off potatoes. Whoa. Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Dennis Sperling Podcast. Whoa. Southern Cadillac music like Outkast. Ain't jumping without bass. Dennis Sperling Podcast. Whoa.
We have to clean up what's going on in our house before we do anything else.
Men like him would think that. And God is my witness. I would give him a chance to stop, to reconsider, to think about the worst thing that could ever happen to him.
I don't know why they be messing with Dennis Sperling. They must be a glutton for punishment because dude ain't playing with y'all. Dude is not playing with y'all. I'm seeing channels get terminated left and right. I'm seeing channels get terminated left and right dealing with Dennis Sperling. Let me explain something to y'all, right? Let me explain something to y'all. If you want to know anything about Dennis Sperling, the only thing you need to know about him is that he's a lawyer, right? He's a lawyer. And the difference is, if you're going to go toe-to-toe with a lawyer, guess what he doesn't have to do? He doesn't have to pay. He doesn't have to pay for his knowledge. You do. You're going to have to get a lawyer to go against him, and it's going to come out of your pockets. And if you don't have the resources, then guess what? You're done. Is it that simple?
When you have these woke revolutions, it requires all of us at some point to say, no, I'm not going to do this.
I believe it's that simple, right? So, and another thing is, you're going against a lawyer, right? Who can get you tied up in litigation. He can get you tied up in all types of legal jargon if he felt like it, right? The thing is this, right? If you're going after somebody, right, and you know this guy can do this, he can do that, or he can do whatever it is that he can do, when it happens, you can't complain about it. That's part of the game. You went after somebody and you lost. You can't complain about it. Oh, this happened to me. What do you mean? You went after him, right? You went after him. Whether you feel you're right or whether you feel you're wrong, it doesn't matter. The outcome is you lost. That's all it is. The outcome is you lost. So this what I don't get. I don't get when people go after people, and then when these people start regulating on them, they start crying about it. No, there ain't no crying. What are you talking about? No. You went after this man. This man is a lawyer. He's going to get you tied up in all types of legal litigation. He's going to come for your channels. He's going to try to get you in court. He's a lawyer. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is what they do. You invite a thief into your house and then stuff ends up missing. Then what are you crying about, man? What are you crying about? What are y'all crying about? I don't get it, man. Listen, maybe you shouldn't go after lawyers. Go after a bus driver. Go after a firefighter or something. Target a firefighter. You target the worst. They target the worst profession. They target a man in the worst profession.
What's up? Welcome back to the broadcast. This is Dennis Sperling, also known as Uncle D. Somebody type Uncle D in the chat room. Big shout out to Accountable Commentary. I love that guy's broadcast. He gives it to you raw and uncut. His commentary is outstanding. Somebody type AC in the chat room, man. But you guys who don't know me, my name is Dennis Sperling. I've been on YouTube, I guess, going on 4 years now. I am an attorney. Not only am I an attorney, I'm a trial lawyer. And at any given time, I have dozens and dozens of cases in litigation, and I'm licensed through multiple states. I've been practicing law for about 24 years. Recently, I've been inducted into the Southern University Hall of Fame for trial lawyers, which says a lot. It says a lot about me. It says a lot about the type of law that I practice and the complexity therein. Recently, I've just kind of been chilling because life has been really good. I don't do YouTube because I need the money. And this is my award that I received from Southern University. I'm very proud of it. It says Dennis Damon Esquire, for all you all who think I'm Mexican. I ain't never met a Mexican named Damon, all right, nor Sperling. Nevertheless, it says Dennis Damon Sperling Esquire, class of 2000, is hereby inducted into the Southern University Law Center Hall of Fame for outstanding, not mediocre, not half-baked. Somebody type outstanding in the chat room. Outstanding and dedicated services to his community, legal profession, and to the Southern University Law Center. Chancellor John K. Pierre, April 6th, 2024. Annual Alumni Roundup. So this is me being recognized by the people who would know for my expertise in the practice of law. This is me actually receiving my award. All of those thousands of people who walk through the Southern University Law Center Hall, they will now see this picture here. I'm gonna actually pull it up for you guys. You know, they will actually see this photograph right here off to my left, hanging in the atrium. So for years to come, even when I'm long gone, that photograph of me will be there. This big old bear-like looking face will be there saying, hey, you got a lot to compete with. For the past 7 years, I've been focusing on not just complex litigation, but also class action litigation. And I'm proud to say that we recently settled a case for, in total, a little over $30 million. And I'm pretty darn happy about that. Somebody typed 30 million in the chat room. Of course, I had to split it up with the other law firms that I work with. But the fact that I'm in the game. You see? The fact that I'm able to withstand 7 years of intense litigation. You just Google me. Go to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeal and type my name in. You see? So what I'm trying to tell you all is that I am the real deal. You see? Nevertheless, I come to YouTube not because I wanted to advertise my legal skills, and I don't even hold myself out as an attorney. Most of you all know I'm just Uncle D. Somebody type Uncle D in the chat room. Somebody type Uncle D in the chat room. Somebody type Uncle D in the chat room. I want y'all to understand something. I don't come in here pretending to be a lawyer. I very rarely give my commentary on legal cases, but I will every now and then. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I'm an advocate for Black men. Somebody type that in the chat room. Advocate for Black men. Generally speaking, I don't come from the red pill community. And shout out to my man MC Recovery. Compton in the house. Shout out to Compton. I don't come from the red pill community in YouTube. I'm not red pill. I understand what the brothers mean when they say red pill. I understand the MGTOW movement. But for the most part, I am simply a men's advocate. I come from the vein of the men's advocate side, where a lot of men, after they tried to get the laws changed, it didn't work. Men were concerned about family law being unfair, divorce laws being unfair. That's how I made my way to YouTube. Years and years, even back since before Facebook, men had sought the internet. Somebody typed MySpace. Y'all remember MySpace? I remember MySpace. And even back then, folks were saying, hey, the way the system is set up, of course, MySpace was the beginning of social media. But men were talking about how unfair the legal system is and how unfair it is towards men and how they're having to deal with child support and how they're being robbed in family court. And so that was my experience. In 2014, about, 4 years after my divorce, I really start gravitating towards YouTube. At the time, I was writing my book series, Rules to Live By, and I wanted to do some research on racism. I wanted to understand that because my books are about conflict and how to resolve conflict. And so, what do you want? Come over here. I'm working, man. I'm over here working. I'm gonna say hi to everybody. Hello. All right, I'm working. What do you want? We'll go get you some water, man. I'm working. This is what I got to deal with. A full-time daddy. Somebody type Black Daddy in the chat room. Somebody type Black Daddy in the chat room. Somebody type Black Daddy in the chat room. At no point, father, Black fathers. Somebody type Black fathers matter in the chat room. I'm a real Black Daddy too. I'm Black Daddy with an accent. Black Daddy with a bad back, Black Daddy with high blood pressure, Black Daddy. I'm a Black Daddy. You understand what I mean? I talk like a Black Daddy. I say things like Black Daddies. Hey, get on out of here, man. You distracted. I was talking about something important, player. Anyway, shout out to my little boy. I came to YouTube because of the unfairness of the family law system. I am a men's rights advocate. But what I noticed was, there are a lot of men's rights advocates, but Black men in particular have a special set of issues that we deal with. Because see, unlike white men and Hispanic men and Asian men, especially foundational Black American men and those who can trace their roots, those are those men who can trace their roots back to slavery and here in the United States. We don't really have a culture that favors men. We have a culture that is more favorable towards women. And in fact, a lot of our lovely ladies, somebody type lovely ladies in the chat room, a lot of our lovely ladies get a kick out of keeping us down. You see? Nevertheless, over the past 10 years, starting off on Facebook, working my way over to YouTube, I've made a lot of friends on here. And I see a lot of you guys here. Senyoke, all my guys who've been here since day one. Somebody type day one in the chat room. All my guys who've been here from way back, MC Recovery, Mark the Freelancer. Some of y'all migrated over, Deacon Salty Ball. Some of y'all migrated over after Kevin Samuels passed away, who was a good friend of mine, you know? And I've grown to really care about you all. You know, I really appreciate you all giving me your ear. I respect it. Again, I don't do this for the money, even though I do appreciate the cash apps, because for the most part, that's the way you show your appreciation. And you should pay for quality, you know? Nevertheless, I have developed an affinity for these fellas. You guys belong to me. When you join this page, many of the people who I communicate with, you know, I find myself being very protective over you. You know, shout out to my man Wrench Turner. Big up to D-Town, man. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. And so because of that, I don't like anybody messing with you. The other thing is, I recognize that Black men don't have advocates. And so because of that, I have a problem when people try to take advantage of Black men. And you guys have seen me time in and time out. I remain consistent when it comes to my advocacy, even when me defending Black men is unpopular. Most recently, P. Diddy, y'all still mad at me. Chris Brown, the young brother who was a quarterback for the Houston Texans. When that young lady said a Black man hit her in the head with a brick, I jumped in and said, oh no, that couldn't happen. I'm constantly telling you brothers and telling the world how kind and sweet and generous and wonderful Black men are, doing my part to help change the narrative. That's what I do. And when my friend Kevin Samuels passed away and it seemed like all the media had turned against him, I was not going to let them do to his reputation what they did to Kobe Bryant. I was not going to let them destroy this Black man. I just wasn't going to do it. And so recognizing that they were trying to destroy his reputation, destroy his legacy by calling him a drug addict who died in the arms of a hooker and all these horrible things, I stood in the gap for my brothers. I stood in the gap, not just for Kevin Samuels, but all Black men. And I want you Black men to understand this. I would do the same thing for you. Behind closed doors, I might have some choice words for you, but in public, I'm going to defend you. Let me say that again. Behind closed doors, for you guys who've had private conversations with me, I might give you the business. I might tell you everything about you that you already know to be true, that you know you don't like about yourself. But in public, I'm going to stand shoulder to shoulder with you as a Black man. Because I know when they try to lynch you, they trying to lynch all of us. They are basically chastising, criticizing, and trying to destroy all Black men by proxy when they attack one. I recognize that. And so typically I don't fight with other Black men in public. Now, there have been some times when I've had to say some things about some brothers. But even then, you don't hear me on here calling them MFers and SOBs. You don't hear me denigrating, because I know that people who don't like us at all will take my words and use them against my Black brother. And in doing so, it's basically me talking about myself, because those words will come back on me. And more importantly, my sons, the little Black boys who are coming up behind us, the little Black boys who aren't even the age of 18 are going to inherit this reputation. that we as black men have for being deadbeat daddies, not having jobs, being violent, being the most incarcerated, being both the tallest and the shortest, being both players and having whatever is bad is associated with black men. And we need to push back on that. And that's what I'm here to do, because I don't want my sons, nor do I want your sons, to inherit that reputation. And we're going to fight against it. Somebody type fight. Somebody type fight in the chat room. Kevin Samuels and I, we differ on some opinions and certain things. We disagree, but we definitely agreed on the fact that we need to defend black men. And that's the ground that we stood on. And I would be less than a friend and less than a black man, less than a Southern University Law Center, HBCU, Hall of Fame attorney if I didn't. I would be less than who I am if I didn't use my advocate skills to advocate for black men. Period. Nevertheless, recently, I filed suit against YouTube. Now, the story is, last year around this time, my channel got demonetized. It was demonetized on July 30th. Okay? So on July 30th, my channel was... Okay, hold on. The reason that my channel was demonetized, according to YouTube, is because I'd used some sort of footage that had been used already. Basically, somebody's video footage that was out already, I'd used it. Something I picked up from YouTube, basically. And I'm trying to get a copy of the actual lawsuit. So what happened was, and I'll just describe it to you. So basically what happened was YouTube, I think, and I'm saying this allegedly, okay, y'all hit the #1 button. YouTube, the YouTube gremlins are coming for me. If you guys who haven't subscribed to my channel, or even if you have subscribed to my channel, y'all go ahead and make sure you subscribe again. Hit the #1 button to get the algorithm going real quick. Y'all go ahead and hit the #1 button. YouTube is tripping on me right about now. And the reason YouTube is tripping on me is because I've sued them. Okay? If y'all can hear me, hit the #1 button. Let me know you can hear me loud and clear. All right. Hello, hello. Let me see here. If you can hear me, hit the #1 button. Let me see if I can go and come back in. Yeah, let me see something, baby. You guys can hear me, hit the #1 button. Okay, so we back. Shout out to my man, Delete Laws. So I sued YouTube. And the reason that I sued YouTube is because these same fellas that I really care about, you guys donate money to my channel. You guys, you know, at some point, I think I was making $7,000, $8,000 a month or whatever, but I was working real hard. I was like, this is too much work. I appreciate the money, but God, it's too much work. Nevertheless, YouTube demonetized my channel, and this was July of last year. And I think you guys had donated about $7,500 to me. Shout out to my man, Delete Laws. I appreciate you, bro. Now, YouTube 3 months later, after my channel got monetized in October, YouTube didn't give the $7,500 back to my subscribers, to my fans. Now, again, $7,000 is a lot of money to anybody. It should be, especially somebody like me who grew up in the hood. You understand what I mean? Back where I'm from, we'll fight you over $7, depending on the circumstances. Nevertheless, $7,500 of your hard-earned money, them taking it, I have a problem with. And so what I end up doing is I did a lot of research, and come to find out, and shout out to who else we got up in there a little late. I see all y'all up in here, man. I see everybody up in here. Shout out to all you guys, all my members. Limitless Potential, Salty Balls, Senyoka, Jamal Smith, Delete Laws, Glow Hardy. Thank you guys so much. I see all y'all. Ben Sicko, TIQS, thank you so much. You guys with the wrenches, thank y'all. Nevertheless, I didn't like the fact that they kept the money and didn't give you all the money. I didn't like that. I was okay with them keeping my money. I was not okay with them keeping your money. And so I contacted YouTube using their little facilities and little email addresses. And I'm like, give my people their money back. Okay. And they didn't. They basically said it was donations and we not give it back. And I'm like, when is YouTube a nonprofit organization that this is a donation? You guys send money to me because you want me to give you a shout out. This fan funding for a reason. Come to find out, this is something that happens commonly. And the more I dug into the issue, the more questions I had about YouTube's practices. And so for about the past year, I've been doing intense research. I've actually retained some really thoughtful scholars, and we start digging into this issue, and come to find out YouTube has been doing this for a while. Now, I'm not saying YouTube has done anything wrong, but when I look for the contracts that bind everybody, they're scattered across the internet. Many of you don't even know what the terms of service agreement is. For you guys who click and pay me money, you've never read what they actually want to do with the money or how they categorize the money. You never read that, have you? Tell the truth. Y'all have never read what they do with the money. You don't know. You just giving money to your favorite entertainer, to your favorite podcaster. The way in which they categorize those proceeds determine how they're taxed, how they're dealt with, and how they're dispensed. So, nevertheless, it made me upset. Matter of fact, I'll say this, it pissed me off. YouTube pissed me off. YouTube thought it was a good idea to go ahead and, I would assume, just start keeping people's money. And you're not going to mess with my people like that. Somebody type my people in the chat room. You're not going to do that to my subscribers without me getting some answers. I'm not going to let you take from them their hard-earned money. You understand that? Because I know you guys work too hard for it. And I appreciate the sacrifice you make. It says a lot that you're willing to give your $10 and $20 and your money as hard as it is to get money. The fact that you guys are willing to give it to me in appreciation for what I do, I'm not going to let anybody take it from me, not without a fight, and especially not without figuring out whether or not they're entitled to it. I'm not saying at this point that YouTube is doing anything that is in breach of contract. However, what I am saying is that I have filed a lawsuit to figure out whether or not that's what they're doing. You see? Because I need to know. I need to know because I don't want anybody who supports me, anybody, especially you black men, because the majority of my channel is black men. I'm not going to let it happen. Not without a fight. And that's where we are right now. So just so you guys can understand kind of what's going on, I filed suit in 2 different venues here in Texas. This is all public record. I'm not giving away any particular secrets. I've been speaking to my clients, and if I can pull this up for you, I'll let you take a look at it. But screen here is, let me see here. Okay, there we go. So this is a copy of the lawsuit here. And I'm just laying. I'm getting there. Y'all with me? Let me. Should I turn some music on? See y'all. I'm getting there. But this is the lawsuit here. If it comes up. I filed it back in April. You understand? These are my guys. Shout out to all my guys. I appreciate y'all. Plaintiffs. Alphabet Incorporated, Holding Incorporated, Google LLC, individually doing business, AdSense, and YouTube LLC. This is about a 100-page lawsuit. And I've listed all the allegations. Now, the thing about this particular lawsuit, I'm just trying to ask some questions. I just want to know, hey, can you answer these questions about all these various contracts that you have, YouTube? I need to know. My people gave you $20, $30, $100, and you didn't give it back to them. Now, the thing is about being me, and there's a reason why I'm a Hall of Fame attorney and not just a lawyer. The reason why I'm a Hall of Fame attorney is because I dig deep down into the practice. I dig deep down into this code. And there's a very obscure code that they don't even teach in law schools anymore that talks about how you can file a lawsuit just to ask some questions. And that's what I've done. I just want to ask some questions. Now, YouTube is used to regular lawyers. They're used to lawyers who went to law school and, they're just out there. They got their shiny briefcases and everything. But they're not like me. Somebody typed, they're not like us in the chat room. Somebody typed, they're not like us in the chat room. Now, again, I've been planning this for about a year now, and I'll just file it in April. YouTube's play normally is that they'll say, well, you filed a lawsuit, but this has to be litigated in Santa Clara, California. And that's the way they've been able to get away with getting cases dismissed. But that didn't work on me. And the reason it's not going to work on me is because, again, this is not a lawsuit. This is simply a lawsuit asking questions. I just want to ask, I don't know if they've done anything wrong yet. Somebody say, we don't know yet. We just want to ask questions. You see, we want to ask questions. And if you didn't do anything wrong, you didn't do anything wrong, YouTube. But I suspect, I have a good faith belief that you did do something wrong. I have a good faith belief that you've been keeping these people's money after you defund the content creators' channels, and that is a breach of the contracts, the 6 or 7 different writing. I believe that. And it's a good faith basis for me to believe that. And I'm not going to allow you to take the money from these people who I care about. Uncle D loves you. Brothers, I love you because you're my brothers. I love you because you are going to be out in this world with me and my sons. And what you put out in that world comes back to you. So this is where I am. Now, of course, YouTube is angry and confused. Somebody type angry and confused in the chat room. And so what they've done is they've tried to dismiss the case, and they're trying to say, well, we have a venue provision in this contract that says these multiple contracts and said you can only sue us in California. And so they filed a motion to dismiss. And I said, yeah, I get it. I understand. I anticipated that was going to come. And I feel you. I feel that's a good play. Somebody type angry and confused in the chat room. Somebody type angry and confused. So they're angry and confused at Uncle D, the Hall of Fame attorney. But the problem with their argument is that, again, this is not a lawsuit. I'm just asking questions. Somebody type just asking questions in the chat room. And so because I'm just asking questions, I have a right to do so. And you can't be mad at me for asking questions. And so I basically explained to the court in this opposition to their motion to dismiss, the judge, I'm just here to ask questions. We just trying to get questions. Maybe they didn't do anything. I don't want to jump the gun, Judge. I don't know. Okay. But what I want you guys to, and this is my response. Okay. Lovely people. As Donald Trump said, lovely people. But I went through the detail and I explained to the judge, just, I see all the stuff they're saying, but I don't think that these wonderful people, are doing what they're supposed to do. I think at some point they need to give these people their money back. And I just have questions. Somebody type just questions in the chat room. Maybe you two hadn't been taking these people's money. Maybe I don't know. I just have questions. You say, I want to be fair and balanced. Somebody type fair and balanced in the chat room. Now, we just settled the case for $30 million, right? So, I'm not rushing. I'm not jumping the gun. Nevertheless, here's what I want y'all to understand. All you YouTube folks out here in these streets, shout out to all the YouTubers out there. Shout out to all the YouTubers. You need to understand something. If I will file a lawsuit against YouTube, which is $1 trillion corporation, now I want you to look at me in my eyes right now. If I will sue YouTube, the place in which I broadcast from, what makes you think, and I'm able to get around these procedural hurdles that these wonderful people have come up with that apparently no other lawyer in America has been able to figure out for the past 17 years since YouTube has come about. If I'm willing to sue them, why on earth would you ever think it was a good idea to come after me? I just want you to think about that for a minute. Why would you ever think it was a smart or intelligent idea to either attack me or attack him or attack my character if some of the best lawyers in America are now shaking in their boots because they might be looking? That just makes you stupid. Especially, you understand? Can y'all hear me? Are y'all with me now? I want to make sure we hear it. And shout out to Take Heed. Shout out to you, Miss Take Heed. Love your broadcast. Glad you're here. Why would they do that? That's a question that we have to ask ourselves. Now, what I'm going to try to do is get this, okay? And I'm going to try to do my best to, I might have to click out and click back in because I seem to be having some issues over here. But I'm gonna be back in a minute. Let me get this straight. Let me know if you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, hit the number 1 button. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna take a quick break if I can. I'm gonna come right back. We're gonna reset. Okay. I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So again, somebody type Y in the chat room. Somebody type Y in the chat room. Why would you mess with this dude? Isn't that what AC said? Shout out to accountable commentary again. Accountability commentary, AC. Why would you do that? Just type Y in the chat room. Why? Why would you give this dude a reason to come after you? It just doesn't make sense. If he'll sue YouTube fearlessly and put his own money behind it, why would you bother this man? Why? What sense does that make? Leave him alone. You hear me? Just leave him alone. You don't want none with him. Because see, here's the thing. There's a lot of people out there. I see the commenters. A lot of people say crazy stuff about me. I don't care. I'm successful. I'm happy. I got beautiful children. I'm financially well off. I'm good. Why would you pick on this dude? Nevertheless, we always have one. Somebody type, we always have one in the chat room. There's always one in the chat room. So recently, a friend of mine, Deacon, the good Deacon Salty Balls, sent me this email. Okay? Now mind you, I'm the dude that sues YouTube, right? You saw it. I showed it to you. I say what I mean what I say. So the good deacon sent me this email, and it is y'all read that at the top right there. Read that at the top. What does it say? Y'all read that? What does that say? It says BuzzFeed. Somebody type BuzzFeed in the chat room. Y'all see where it says BuzzFeed up there? Somebody type BuzzFeed in the chat room. You see that? Huh? I'm gonna put the link in the chat room. BuzzFeed. You see that where it says that? And when you click on this link, you got a picture. It's got Dennis Sperling, and it's got this right here. Black men winning. We're better together. It's got a picture of me and Kevin Samuels. This is I believe 2022, before he passed away in New York. And this is a young brother. Y'all know who this is. This is Aaron Sloan. Somebody type Aaron Sloan in the chat room. This is a young brother. He's a plumber. He appeared on a balloon pop show maybe a month and a half ago. And, you know, the ladies were being rude to him, and he was being rude back to them. Whatever. He was giving it as much as he was getting it. Okay. Nevertheless, there's an article written by this person here, and you want to be famous, I'm gonna make you famous. Legal ethics under scrutiny. Attorney Dennis Sperling promotes GoFundMe for Aaron Sloan despite violent criminal history. Somebody type violent criminal history. And it's written by SARAJAMISON. Jameson. Somebody type BuzzFeed in the chat room. So come on now. Somebody type it in the chat room now. And when you click on this link and you read this article, and we're going to read this article. Legal ethics under scrutiny. Attorney Dennis Sperling promotes GoFundMe for Aaron Sloan despite violent criminal history. You understand what I'm saying? In a controversial YouTube segment, Dennis Sperling fervently backed Aaron Sloan's GoFundMe campaign despite Sloan's troubled past, which includes multiple arrests. Now, here's what I want you to understand. This young man, Aaron Sloan, became internet famous for appearing on a dating show, the Balloon Pop Show. That's when he became famous. He was dressed pretty well. He was pretty kind to the ladies. You understand? He called them queen. Somebody type queen in the chat room. Somebody type queen in the chat room. Somebody type BuzzFeed in the chat room. Somebody type queen in the chat room. You don't qualify, queen. That's basically it. He didn't call them out their name. He didn't call them any mean names, anything. So what does his arrest that happened years ago have to do with him and the conversation he had with those lovely ladies on the Balloon Pop Show? Absolutely nothing. You ladies love thugs anyway, so why would you care? On top of that, the man had moved on. The man became a licensed plumber, hadn't been in any trouble. He was making money, dressing well, speaking well, intelligent young black man. Young brother, he was 29 at the time he got on the show. Nevertheless, for some reason, me supporting this young man's GoFundMe campaign, where he had indicated he used the money to do charitable work, was somehow controversial. As if we don't have black men in the community with criminal records. I got some great friends in the Nation of Islam who have criminal records. Stand-up men, wonderful men. They had a past, they got over that past. Here they are, married men, happy men, pillars of the community. Brother Malcolm X had a violent criminal past. Brother Martin Luther King was arrested dozens and dozens of times. So what are you saying? And besides that, I'm an attorney. I'm a lawyer. Somebody type, he's a lawyer in the chat room. I don't practice criminal law anymore, but I've tried about 3 criminal cases. All acquittals, straight up, not guilties. Practice law with my dad, practiced criminal law here and in Dallas. People are entitled to a second chance. Somebody type second chance in the chat room. Nevertheless, Sperling's endorsement ignited heated debates online, particularly due to Sloan's criminal history involving alleged assaults on women. Alleged? So if it's an alleged assault, then we don't know if it really happened. You just saying that, right? If it's alleged means it hadn't happened yet. Critics argue that Sperling's support trivializes the severity of Sloan's actions. What does him having a GoFundMe account wherein he uses the money to do charity work for single fathers, single mothers, and business owners, what does that have to do with trivializing me supporting? How does that trivialize the severity of his act? What actions did he do? Didn't the young man go to prison? Didn't he pay his debt to society? And then let's read it. Questions the ethical stance of legal professional promoting someone with such a background. Judges do the same thing. A judge may sentence someone to jail or prison. And when they get out and they redeem themselves, that very same judge will say, hey, look, I will stand for this man to go ahead and get a job working here. That's what we do. We believe in second chances here in the United States. But again, what you see this young woman doing is moving the goalpost. See, the truth is, they don't like the fact that that young man stood up for himself. They don't like the fact that he gave it as much as he gave, as good as he was getting. They really don't like the fact that somebody like myself, who's an upstanding member of the community, a Hall of Fame attorney that you can Google, that is successful, would stand up for that black man, because you all want us to sit down. That's what it is. They have a problem with that. Black men with backbones is a problem. I understand what's going on, but nevertheless, the incident, somebody type the incident. The incident underscores a broader concerns about accountability and responsibility in public endorsements, especially within legal circles. So let me get this straight. Me saying donate to this young man's GoFundMe account is somehow publicly endorsing past criminal activity. Now, mind you got to keep in mind, I'm the man that said all you Pookie and Ray Ray types who was out there robbing and killing and stealing and shooting, and you deserve one right in the middle of the skull for the killing that you doing. I'm that guy. I'm the one that came in and personally ended the educated lane versus Pookie and Ray Ray wars. I ended all that because they like, this guy's a new breed. He's not playing these games with us. Somebody type new breed in the chat room. See, I'm not like you all. I'm a different kind of man, not even just a black man. I'm just a different kind of man. I mean what I say what I mean, and I don't hold back. Now, that doesn't mean I'm perfect, but what it means is I have integrity. As you all would say, I stand on business. That's the colloquial term. I have integrity. I have backbone. Somebody type backbone in the chat room. I have principles that I stand by. When a black man goes from being a derelict and a menace to society, and he cleans himself up and he pulls himself together, he deserves a second chance. And I'm not going to forever hold him accountable for the things that he allegedly did. Now, mind you, all this stuff is alleged. That this BUZZFEED, somebody type BUZZFEED in the chat room. We're BuzzFeed. Somebody type Buzz in the chat room. Buzz News, BuzzFeed. Doesn't it sound like we've heard of BuzzFeed before, right? Right? We've heard of it. But the broader concern, now mind you, if you didn't know what I look like, you wouldn't even know which one of these men was me, would you? Huh? You got Aaron Sloan. You got Kevin Samuels right in the middle. Look at me over there standing in the background, hunched over like, when they gonna take this damn picture? You wouldn't even know. So you know what this is about. This is about attention. Somebody type attention in the chat room. You want attention. That's why this photograph is up here. You want some attention. GoFundMe, money. Plumber, the balloon pop plumber, money. Kevin Sam, money. The reason that I put my thumbnails on the left side, because that's the first thing you see. I put the words, you're gonna look at the picture, you read from right to left. So you put the picture that you want to grab everybody's attention on the left, because that's how people read. So when they start looking at something, they look at the left. So that's what you see. This is the trick that you got going on here. You go from balloon pop plumber to Kevin Sam. You don't even see me in the background. This is not about me. She just want to use my name. Somebody, this is the author right here, Miss Sarah Jameson. You want to be famous, you're going to be famous. You want attention, we're going to give you attention. Now, somebody type BuzzFeed in the chat room. Come on now. Work. Somebody type BuzzFeed in the chat room. Somebody type Buzz News in the chat room. Are we with me? Let's finish. Dennis Sperling advocating for Aaron's controversial GoFundMe. No, I'm an advocate for black men. Number one. Aaron Sloan is apparently a black man. Kevin Samuels, both of these two gentlemen happen to be two men that I advocated for. When the public was trying to destroy them, I jumped in and I provided some advocacy for them. Aaron Sloan made waves when he appeared on the Pop My Balloon show, but things quickly turned sour as several women reacted strongly to his remarks. They were mad. They tried to hurt his feelings, and he turned around and hurt their feelings. But things quickly turned sour as several women reacted strongly to his remarks. Despite his polite response to their rejection, he was politely responding to their rejection. Within days, the cyber sleuths uncovered Sloan's violent criminal history, possibly validating the women's instinctive reaction. So what you're telling me is these women had like some sort of crystal ball in the back of their head, and they just knew somehow this man was red flags is popping off. That's what you're telling me. They just magical. Somebody type magical in the chat room. Okay. So in other words, this is her trying to vindicate the issues that he was having with those rude women. They were just rude young ladies. That's what they were. And I think everybody who saw the broadcast can tell. Nevertheless, and what does his criminal history have to do with the situation that happened on the show? Nevertheless, the backlash included 500 calls flooding his workplace, leading to an abrupt termination. Yeah, the young man, they basically called his place of employment and got him removed because there was too much issues. And a surprising move, I want y'all to listen to this. In a surprising move that has sparked controversy, Texas attorney Dennis Sperling has openly endorsed Sloan's GoFundMe campaign. Now, do you all remember when there was a young man on this internet saying mean things about me? Remember that? Remember that young man out of, what was it, Seattle or Orlando, Oregon or something like that? Had some mean things to say about me. So in doing my investigation about this young fella, that was maybe 2023, 2022? You guys know who I'm talking about. You guys remember that? The one AC was just talking about, got his channel took. I didn't want the young man to get his channel took. I understood that was his only source of income. He had issues with child support. He came from a tough upbringing, even though he said some mean things about me. But I'm big enough to take it. And the only reason I even responded to that man is because you all kept telling me about it. And typically, whatever you say about me, I don't care. But if my fans and my subscribers keep sending me emails like, I gotta do something about it. Not that I want to. I want to sue YouTube for $100 billion. I don't want to fool with you YouTubers. Y'all don't have any money. It is beneath me to mess around with you all. I'm not here for that. I'm an advocate for black men. Nevertheless, I had to refocus all of my time, money, and energy on this young man. And he ended up losing his channel. Few phone calls, few emails, and he lost his channel. It was just like that. Then, after, because Uncle D got a big heart. I'm part grizzly bear, part teddy bear. Somebody type that. Type part teddy bear in the chat room. Look, I know y'all think Uncle D is mean, and I am mean. I'm a very mean man. But Uncle D is part teddy bear, part grizzly bear, part teddy bear. You understand? And I have a big heart for black men, even the ones that say mean things about me, even if they only part black. Somebody type part black in the chat room. You understand? I didn't want that man to lose his channel. And then when I did the research, come to find out his sister's fiance, and she's pregnant, his twin sister's fiance, he had been in a horrible accident. And she had a GoFundMe account up. Y'all remember that? Huh? You remember that? That young man and I put her GoFundMe account up. And at the time we put it up, she only had like $50, $100. And she was only trying to get it $2,000, $3,000, something like that. And before 24 hours had passed, I think we got her over $3,000. You guys remember that? Y'all remember that? Come on, I know y'all remember that. Right? I raised money for somebody who would call somebody I was having a conflict with. I raised money for his family. Because I read the young lady's story. I'm doing my research, how do I take care of this guy? And come to find out his sister, a little black girl, her man had been in a horrible accident, and now he having mental issues. I can't go destroy this person. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to hurt y'all. I'm here as an advocate for black men. I have a big heart. I want to see you win, brothers. I don't want to hurt you. How does that help me? By destroying another black man's life and livelihood. Now the little brother, he ain't even got a channel no more. I think they took his IG channel. Messing around with me. Messing around with me. Something I did not want to do. And let me explain something to y'all. I'm truly not that interesting. I'm just not. No, I'm not that interested. I'm a middle-aged, slightly overweight trial lawyer from Texas with 3 kids, a fiance, and I live a pretty regular life. If you didn't know, walking down the street, you'd be like, look at that lumberjack right there. Look at that construction worker who is standing over there at the Starbucks. I'm not that interesting, but I am a weapon. Let me say that again. I am a weapon. And I like to use my skill set for good. But if you put yourself in a position when you force me to be your adversary, then I'm going to give you what you asked for. But I don't want to do it. And see, this young lady right here who wrote this article, you're now, because the people are bringing it to me, now I'm forced to be your adversary. Let's read the rest. Sloan, known for his appearances on YouTube sensation Pop Balloon Pop, has faced significant public scrutiny due to his past criminal history. See his mugshot. Is this the only black man in YouTube with a mugshot? Is it this brother right here? Chris Brown got a mugshot. Y'all love him. Y'all pay thousands of dollars to take pictures with him. Some of y'all daddies got mugshots. Hell, some of you ladies got mugshots. Why are you treating this man different? It's because this black man has some backbone. This young black man stood up for himself, and you don't want that. A lot of you ladies take umbrage with that. Again, we live in a society where black women are used to being able to run roughshod all over black men. And so when one man pops his head up, oh, we got to put him down. So let's read the rest. Sperling's endorsement has drawn, now mind you, this article came out back in June. I wouldn't even knew anything about it unless the good deacon Salty Balls out here brought it to my attention. This is actually the second article she's put up. Shout out to everybody who's contributed to the super chat. I'm gonna get with y'all in a minute. Sperling's endorsement, and I'm gonna open up the chat room later and let everybody come in, and we're gonna chop it up a little bit about this. So y'all hang around. I'm gonna put the link in the chat room for my guys who want to come in, and ladies, if you want to come in too. Sperling's endorsement has drawn criticism, particularly from those concerned about Aaron Sloan's criminal history, which includes multiple arrests. Okay, so what does that have to do with the dating show? And why would a lawyer be concerned about somebody who was arrested all the time being an advocate, especially if he's doing well for himself? Despite efforts by his supporters to highlight Aaron Sloan's purported rehabilitation efforts, questions remain about the appropriateness of promoting someone with such a troubled past. What are you talking about? I'm promoting someone with a troubled past. A lot of us have troubled past, ma'am. This is what America's about. It's about second chances, third chances. What are you talking about? You can go from having a troubled past to being a senator, a president, or a doctor, or a lawyer. Hell, I have a troubled past. Have y'all read my books? Huh? What are you talking about? Why is this a problem for you? Huh? Why are you still attacking this man? What is wrong with you all? Social media controversy. See, this is what they want to show. Controversy. I'm just not that controversial. And no matter how you try to make this controversial, I'm not. You're not going to get any views. The only people that's going to leave a comment on your article is the people that see it here. But you wanted to be famous. Somebody type, I can make you famous in the chat room. You want to be famous? I'm going to make you famous. Role in promoting Aaron Sloan. So listen, moreover, Sperling's remarks on YouTube channel have added fuel to the controversy. It is quite clear, listen to this, this ain't how you spell my name. It's a U in there, like a cowboy spur. It is quite clear that Dennis Sperling has a disdain, somebody type disdain, for black women and women of color. First of all, a disdain, basically I only like white women. That's what you're saying. That's where all the white women at? All the white women, where are y'all at? Because apparently you all are the only women that I like, apparently. Somebody type disdain for black women and women of color. What is a woman? That's what I want to express. Of all, let's start. What is a woman? Let's start there. But that's apparently all I like is white women. Somebody type Umar in the chat room. He used euphemistic language to obscure his disdain when discussing black women. You mean lovely ladies? Somebody type lovely ladies in the chat room. But it's evident that given the opportunity, he would likely use more explicit, degrading terms. Look, I can cuss with the best of them. If I wanted to cuss you out, I would. But the reason that I don't use foul language when I discuss the foul behavior of a certain group of women who are disguising themselves as black women. Because see, let me explain to you. I don't like hood rats. I love black women. I don't like hood rats disguising themselves as black women and giving black women a bad name. See, that's where I'm at. Because see, there are some decent, hardworking black women who are upstanding, who are law-abiding, who are not twerking on tables at the buffet line. And I don't want to see them taken down because of the activities of you low-down, rotten hood rats faking like you're black women. See, that's my problem. Just like I don't like low-down, dirty Pookie and Ray Rays who out there robbing and killing and shooting and stealing, hiding amongst honorable, decent, hardworking black men. See, I'm what you call a classist. You understand? I believe in acting classy and dignified and honorable and having integrity. I believe in uplifting the race, not dragging the race down into the gutter. So you must be one of those women who are twerking on the buffet table if you don't like what I have to say, because I clearly distinguish where I'm coming from. If you're a hood rat, you're a skank, you're a low-down, dirty scoundrel. If you're a Pookie, you're a Ray Ray, you need to clean yourself up. You need to get yourself together and stop embarrassing me and the rest of the hardworking black folks. We're tired of y'all. In fact, 63% of black men have reached the middle class. And so this is not 1965, this is 2024. So there are more of us than there are of you. Black women are the big business owners. Black men are more of us in college than in the penitentiary. So we're doing pretty well for ourselves. I don't want my sons to get caught up with one of you hood rats. I don't want, if I had daughters, I wouldn't want them to get mistaken for being one of you hood rats. I wouldn't want my sons to be dealing with one of you hood rats. And many of the folks out here who love themselves and love their children don't want to be confused with you anyway. So now that we got that straight, shout out to all the black women out there who are upstanding. Shout out to all the upstanding black men. We got to set a tone. We need to separate. Nevertheless, he has admitted this himself. I've admitted what? That I don't like hood rats, skanks, thieves, robbers, scammers, Pookies, and Ray Ray. Yes, I will admit that every day of the week. That's why I'm in law enforcement. I would put you under the penitentiary. Somebody type penitentiary in the chat room. I would put you beneath the penitentiary. The reason that I don't run for judge, criminal judge, is because I would put all of you in the penitentiary forever. And so I abstain from doing that. You see? And I can get carried away with that. I believe in punishment. I believe you do the crime, you do all of the time. That's what I believe. You understand? So if you out there acting like a derelict, you're a hood rat, you're a skank, you're lying, you're cheating, you're stealing, you're cutting up and acting a fool, you done. But if you're a young man like Aaron Sloan, who had a past, who did his time, who redeemed himself, who went through that horrible system, came out that system, put himself together, got his plumber's license, I applaud you, brother. There is a new day for you, black man. And here's the cold part about it. That young brother was on the Balloon Pop show and he was looking to deal with a black woman. He wanted him a black woman. He was trying to rekindle black love and actually walked away with a beautiful sister. And I was hoping that they would work out, but you know how it is these days. But nevertheless, he wanted a black woman. And you just don't like it because that black man had backbone. Sperling was not happy with the female contestants' feedback about Sloan during the filming of the Balloon Pop episode. Yeah, my problem was y'all treated that dark-skinned black brother like he wasn't good enough. If it was a little white boy on there, he got treated differently. That's what I said, and I'll say it again. Black women are the biggest purveyors of colorism, of any other group on this planet. It was because he was a dark-skinned black man with traditional sub-Saharan African features. He looked like a real black man straight out of 1972. All he needed was a little mini afro. He looked like he should be a plumber in 1971, 72. That wasn't no watered down brother. You understand me? And when you see that black man, you see yourself in his features, and he brings out the self-hate that you have for yourself, queen. And so that's why you treated that dark-skinned brother like that with those traditional features. If he was one of them look like this boy I got running around here, the middle one with that slick wavy hair, looking like he just came from some island somewhere, you would have treated him different. But it was because he was a dark-skinned black man with a thick black nose and a thick black lips. That's why you treated him like that. How dare he, in your mind, how dare he speak back to us like that? He is unworthy. But a white boy could have got on there and y'all would have been twerking all over him on the damn balloon pop show. Tell me I'm lying. You know darn well you can't. So it wasn't the fact that you, the feedback, it wasn't feedback. Those women were rude to that young man. They were rude and disrespectful, and they expected him to sit there and take it, and he wouldn't. That's what this is about. That's exactly what it's about. And you can't tell me it's not. Black women have been told to choose better, and even when they do, they're berated. No, you didn't choose that man. You wanted to sit there and disrespect that man, and you wanted him to take it, and he said no. And I salute him for speaking up for himself, for standing up for himself. He comes from a long line of black men like the ones I have in my family that speak up for themselves. And I don't care if you hate me for it. We're going to have some black men with backbone. You want a strong black man? Well, here we are. And so you all began to pick apart. You change the move the goalposts. Y'all like them white folks when there's a young black man who is unalived by the police, who's done absolutely nothing, pulled over for something as mine as a traffic stop. And when you can't find anything he did at the scene of the crime, then you'll go look on his Facebook page, pull the internet, look on his history, criminal history, and then come in and say, oh, well, you know, he had a criminal history. Well, the cop didn't know that at the time. Y'all didn't know anything about this young man's criminal history at the time. And hell, he was a baby when that happened. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all moved the goalposts trying to win. Black women have been told to choose, but yeah, Dennis Sperling will still hasn't retracted the support or taken the GoFundMe down. It's not my GoFundMe, and I'm not going to retract my support for Aaron Sloan or Kobe Bryant or Kevin Samuels or any of them other black men. I am an advocate for black men. Period. Even after Sloan's criminal history was revealed, so it looks like Dennis Sperling still, I do. No, I want you to absolutely know, I do still support Aaron Sloan. And I hope this young man is able to rebound from this and get him a job and go on to be a upstanding member of society. I believe in second chances, third chances. I believe in men getting themselves right and being the best fathers they could be. Yes, that's what I believe in. Yes. Okay? Somebody type BUZZFEED in the chat room. And then she done put this boy's mug shots up. This boy's, what he about, 18, 19 on these pictures? Have you heard about his life? The young man comes from the same lifestyle that I came from. But for the grace of God, there go I. But for the grace of God, there go I. That could have been me. That young man, right? Here I am, a Hall of Fame lawyer, a successful man, a wealthy black man, rich on paper, okay? And I'm telling you, that could have been me 20, 30 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? That could have been me. And if this young man having to go through all that he had to go through as a young child, you don't know this young brother's history. I don't know his, only he knows. But I know it was pretty typical to what a lot of young black men are going through, what a lot of you brothers are dealing with right now, what you had to come through. I'm not going to bash him after he went through all that. Tupac said it best. A rose that grew up through the concrete. That's what this young brother is. And there's so many of them like him. He's a rose that grew up through the concrete is bound to have scars. That's what America does to our young black men. And you want me as a black man to bash his brother. I'm not like those other Negroes on YouTube. Didn't I tell you that? I don't do this for likes. I don't do this for subscribers. I don't do this for money. The Most High has blessed me well. I'm here as an advocate for my brother. And again, I would do the same thing for all you black men out there if they came for you. That's who I am. So I don't care about these damn mug shots. I only care about this smiling, happy black man right here who's got his life together, who's out there being an upstanding citizen. That's what I care about. And I don't give a damn what BuzzFeed, Buzz News, or any of y'all say about me. If that's controversial, then I'm just going to be that. Now, let's keep reading, because that wasn't enough, right? Other concerning behavior of Dennis Spread. What behavior? What other behavior? Because all you do is look at me on the internet. You don't even know me. He's promoting sexual assault against young girls as young as 13. Really? That sounds like defamation to me. That sounds like somebody type BuzzFeed in the chat room. That sounds like a lawsuit to me. BuzzFeed? Somebody type lawsuit in the chat. This the same dude that sued you too? Hold on a minute. This the same dude that sued you. Said that Dennis Sperling is promoting sexual assault against young girls? That's what you said? Holy doggone it. Dennis Sperling has a post. Hold on a minute. Dennis Sperling has a post on one of his many Facebook pages, Dennis Sperling, the Blizzard King. Hold on a minute. That states that the modern women wanted real men, the word real written in double quotation marks. Well, here they are. He says, and he has a picture of mug shots of immigrants who have been either arrested or convicted of RAPE, I'm just going to say grape, and SA, or murders of women and young girls. Dennis has picture. You need to edit this better. Dennis has picture of Dennis has a picture? Lord Jesus. Dennis has picture of a suspect captured in New York earlier this week in the midst of a perp walk for the camera in public. He is suspected in a violent SA attack on a 13-year-old girl in Queens Park who admitted to having a DRU problem and that he recorded the entire assault. So this is what you're talking about? Let's take a look at what you're talking about. Let's go ahead and look at that. So this is one of them backyard broadcasts. Somebody type backyard in the chat room. So this is what you're talking about? Because when I looked at that broadcast and I reviewed it, I keep them up. I don't think that's what I was talking about. Nevertheless, you said I'm promoting SA against young girls as young as 13, but in your own writing, there's nothing about me promoting that. Now, what I did voice in that particular broadcast is skepticism about the Me Too movement. I said that many women in the Me Too movement fabricated stories for attention, financial gain, or victimhood status. I did say that, and I say many of those women were lying. I did say that. I did explain the concept of the difference between attention versus respect. I explained that women seek attention for survival while men seek respect. And I drew a comparison because these are primitive societal structures. I explained that. I talked about patriarchy and complaints. I criticized women for complaining about the patriarchy. I did say that. And I said that women in America have superior rights compared to men, including in the family court and financial matters. and post divorce. Where's the lie in that? And so these men right here, they come from the real patriarchy. These are the real men. They straight out of Venezuela and Africa and all these other places. They believe in the patriarchy. Go look at the femicide over there. These are the real men y'all asked for. See, the Lord will give you what you ask for. You want a real man? There you go. Where the real men? There you go. Just like our politicians are finding out. These dudes are straight up savages coming up across this border. And I said it. I expressed a lot of concern about the influx of these immigrants, particularly men from countries where they have poor women's rights records. And I said that this is going to lead to an increase in SA and violence against women here in the U.S. I said this months ago. So what are we talking about? You want me to, how does that, what I'm saying, how does that equate to me promoting SA against young girls, me telling you exactly what the hell everybody else is saying on these channels now? Just being honest with you. You asking to get sued, ma'am. I mean, I don't really pay attention to this. You don't have any subscribers. But you asking me to sue you. You're asking for it. In this video, I talked about cultural differences and attitudes towards women's rights in America and other Western countries versus where these third world countries, where these men are coming from. Can't we see the difference? I talked about crime. I talk about the influx of these immigrants coming here from these gang-infested countries like Venezuela and how the gang activity in the U.S. is going to increase, particularly those targeting women. That's what I talked about. I criticized Joe Biden for his current immigration policies. And I said that his immigration policies are endangering women. That's what I said. And I said this, and I'll say it again, and been saying it for 3 years now. I suggested that re-electing Donald Trump will help secure these borders and reduce the influx of immigrants that are endangering women. I said it. That's what I said. Do y'all agree with that or disagree with what I said? Is any of that untrue? Is any of that untrue? Because at this point, I see everybody saying the same thing I'm saying, but I've been said it. Somebody said been said in the chat room for my ebonically inclined people. He been said that. I also talk about how American men have been emasculated. And I'm telling you, they're less likely to protect women. That's what I'm saying, compared to men from these patriarchal countries. Didn't I say that? Are y'all gonna run between you? Where are my white knights at? Y'all gonna jump in and say these lovely ladies or these women, American women from these Venezuelan hardheads? Are y'all jumping in? Y'all gonna hop out y'all Mercedes Benzes and you see a woman getting beat up and get her purse taken? Are y'all jumping out your cars to jump out there and save them? Yeah? Huh? No. My video concludes that women are facing the consequences of their complaints about American men and the patriarchy. You didn't want men to be patriarchal. You didn't want them to be domineering. Well, now you got a bunch of dudes who's soft as cotton swab and they ain't gonna bother with you. They heading over there to Starbucks to get their cafe latte. They're not worried about you. You on your own. That's what I said. And I stand behind that. But what does this have to see? What does that conversation have to do with this? Promoting SA against young girls as early as 13. And how do you get that from all these photographs that were pulled straight from internet feeds and newspapers? These are other people's photographs. So are you saying that these people are promoting SA against 13-year-old girls when they had it up? This is their photographs up there. But you're trying, but you're failing. Let's keep reading. Christian Inga faced a judge for the first time Wednesday as he faced a long list of charges, including rape, and kidnapping for the afternoon attack on June 13, which he ambushed two young girls at Casino Park after school and then forced them into the woods at night point. Basically did something horrible to them. During the court appearance, prosecutors said Inga admitted having a drug problem and the same. Yeah, these are the people that they bringing up over here. This is the problem. This is what I'm talking about. In the same interview, he allegedly told police that he saw a girl, basically they described. And let's read. You have to ask yourself, is Dennis Sperling promoting the young 13? Am I? Because that's what you said I was doing up here. That's what you said I was doing up here. So you asking to get sued. See, you think this internet stuff is gonna stay on the internet. I'm not that person, Miss Sarah Jameson. I'm not that person. And see, now that you've been brought to my attention, I have to do something about this. I have to take some sort of legal action. Keep in mind, you're talking to the one who sued YouTube. You're talking to the one who sued some other YouTubers. Straight out the gate. You're talking to someone who professionally punishes people with the legal system for their egregious acts that violate other people's rights. And you want to pick a fight with me. I don't even know you. You're not even good at writing well, and you want to pick a fight with a Hall of Fame attorney. Just think about that. Now let's look at this. Legal ethics in question. So now my legal ethics in question, so now you're attacking my profession? That's another grounds for defamation. You just asking to get sued. Dennis Sperling support for Aaron Sloan and possibly promoting violence. That's what you said. You didn't say allegedly. You're alluding to the fact that I, as a professional attorney, are promoting violence. Now, for those seeking more information or wishing to express their concerns, now here's the kicker. Sloan's licensing details can be found on the Texas Bar Association website. Sloan? You mean Aaron Sloan, the plumber? Sloan's licensing details can be found at the Texas Bar Association. Complaints regarding professional conduct can be lodged here. Now, when she says Sloan, look, I'm just, oh, Lord Jesus. Ma'am, so you probably meant, I don't know what you meant to say, but you said Sloan. He's a plumber. Aaron Sloan is a plumber. And I'm an attorney. And you said the Texas Bar Association website, and you put my whole name, Dennis DeMond Sperling, the same thing that's up on my Hall of Fame award. Eligible to practice law in Texas, Dennis Sperling, PLLC, attorneys at law, bar card number 24053909, license date 068-2006, primary practice, Houston, Texas. This is what you need to pay attention to. Areas of practice, litigation and personal injury. Okay? This is me. Now, somebody type BuzzFeed in the chat room. I want y'all to understand how this works. Now, I was concerned because I'm like, my God, you got over 1 million readers, apparently. Buzz News or BuzzFeed. And so I said, well, my God, I need to contact somebody about this horrible situation. So BuzzFeed, somebody type BuzzFeed, Buzz News. That all sounds about the same to you guys, right? Black Buzz News, BuzzFeed. When I look at the website, it says Black Buzz News. So I went over here to BuzzFeed and I said, well, gosh, why is BuzzFeed giving me a hard time? And then I couldn't find it. But it sounds so similar to me. It sounds BuzzFeed and Buzz News. Doesn't that sound the same to y'all? Come on, y'all. Let's get in tight. Come on in tight. Hold on a minute. Sounds the same to me. As a lawyer, right? As a lawyer, it sounds pretty similar to me. Sounds like BuzzFeed. Oh, this must be the black side of BuzzFeed. That's what this must be. This is somebody, I don't know. Somebody type hi haters in the chat room. BuzzFeed. And then when I looked up BuzzFeed, I'm like, well, BuzzFeed Incorporated, internet media news and entertainment company with focus on digital media in New York, based out of New York City, founded in 2006. Jonah Peretti and Johnson S. John S. Johnson III focused on tracking viral content. Kenneth Learer, co-founder and chairman of the Huffington Post, started a co-founder investigator BuzzFeed. Somebody type BuzzFeed. Hold on a minute. BuzzFeed and Buzz News. BuzzFeed, Buzz News. BuzzFeed, Buzz News. BuzzFeed, Buzz News. I wonder. Somebody type in the chat room. I wonder, does BuzzFeed know that Black Buzz News or Buzz News has such a very close name to theirs? Somebody type in the chat room. So BuzzFeed and Buzz News, are they associated? Are they affiliated with each other? Because I wonder if BuzzFeed knows that. I wonder. Somebody type I wonder in the chat room. I wonder. Well, I don't know. But it seems to me that Buzz News or whatever this is and BuzzFeed, let me make this bigger so y'all can see. Let's make it bigger. It seems to me Buzz News is affiliated with BuzzFeed. And I'm thinking this lovely young lady, Miss Sarah Jameson, I mean, she picked the reason. She picked Buzz for a reason, right? She wanted to be associated with Buzz News, BuzzFeed. I mean, I'm assuming that y'all are together. I just don't know if BuzzFeed knows that you have such a similar name. Did you get permission to use? Have y'all ever heard of trademark? Somebody type trademark in the chat room. Did you know that you can't just use people's names and stuff like that? Do you know that like your website can get taken down? Like they would send an email to the host, and if they find out, but you want to be famous, I'm here to help you get famous. And probably what's going to happen is, I'm just thinking hypothetically, when I'm thinking, from my own personal experience as a lawyer, I'm thinking probably most likely, perhaps, maybe at some point, maybe in the next 10 days, BuzzFeed might contact you. Maybe. Because Buzz News and BuzzFeed are so similar. Didn't y'all think it was the same thing? I've been calling it BuzzFeed. I thought I was famous. I thought I was being made famous. Like, wow, I court power. The 48 laws of power, court all attention at all costs. I'm thinking Buzz, damn, I finally made it. Woo! Yes. And then, but there's like with this BuzzFeed and Buzz, I'm confused. Legitimately. I don't know. But I'm just gonna say it like this. Let's say it was a social media platform. Instead of calling it YouTube, they call it YouTube News. You would be like, damn, YouTube got a news channel. So if you got BuzzFeed and then you got Buzz News, you're gonna be like, oh wow. So BuzzFeed done got a black BuzzFeed popping. I'll be like, wow, yeah, I'm gonna go support that. Right? Wouldn't y'all do that? Wouldn't y'all? I'll be like, yeah. And so I'm thinking this is BuzzFeed the whole time. Somebody type trademark in the chat room. Somebody type trademark infringement in the chat room. So I'm thinking, you might have a problem. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it might be an issue in like 10 days or more. I don't know. I'm not in it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just doing commentary. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing. I'm just living my life, doing commentary. I'm not bothering nobody. But I will say this, that when I looked at BuzzFeed's channel or whatever you call it, when you scroll to the bottom of BuzzFeed, like they have a lot. You know, they have a Instagram page, and you can go over to the little Instagram page, and there's a section down there where you can report like copyright infringement. You know what I'm saying? Like right there on their Instagram page. I was like, wow, that's amazing that y'all have it right there conveniently where you can report if you go to the Instagram page. But I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying they want you to report copyright infringement. That's what BuzzFeed wants you to do. I don't know about, I just don't know if these, it looks similar to me. I mean, I'm just being honest. It looked to me like that's the same thing to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you got Kevin Samuels up there. I don't know. I don't know what to say. All right. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to come back. I'm going to let some people in here. We're going to chop it up for a minute, have a good conversation. I'm enjoying myself. I'm happy. I hope y'all happy. Okay. I'm going to be right back.
We do not care if y'all go out of the country to find y'all a wife who is traditional.
Every day, more lies. It's cold outside, Blizzard King coming. Numbers don't lie, trick, hot girl summon. Kevin Samuels try to love you. Uma wanna cuff you. The world is getting cold, Blizzard King saying fuck 'em. It's cold outside, Blizzard King coming. Numbers don't lie, trick, hot girl summer. Kevin Samuels try to love you. Uma wanna cuff you. The world is getting cold, Blizzard King saying fuck 'em. H-Town, that's the sound that we lean trig. You ain't know it by now, it's the Blizzard King bitch. So tired of these pros, I got nicotine fits. Every day they get exposed, kick them off the team shit. Uniform don't like it, well they take that bitch off. Got a whole different squad that'll take that bitch off and wear it like she mean it. I know the women seen it, talking shit like it's convenient. Keep riding European, off on that plane passport, how you feel? Talking about a real man, you ain't real. Not your hair, not your eyes. You don't like your skin, BBLs, you too lazy to take your ass to the gym. So trim while I trim, you are not a 10. Umbrellas, you look slutty. Baby, you ain't thick, your linebacker built with attitude, classless. First round pick, trick, you should have been drafted. Black men with options, know they watching. From DR to Columbia, you seeing a doctor. I'm here, she served me proper, she called me Papa. Spirit flight, wheelchair, while your ass is cocked up. Cold outside, Blizzard King coming. Numbers don't lie, trick, hot girl summer. Kevin Samuels try to love you. Uma wanna cuff you. The world is getting cold, Blizzard King saying fuck 'em. Cold outside, Blizzard King coming. Numbers don't lie, trick, hot girl summer. Kevin Samuels try to love you. Uma wanna cuff you. The world is getting cold, Blizzard King saying fuck 'em. Getting colder, ain't no love, all you getting is the shoulder.
When you black women out there desperately looking for black men, they left. They left. And it's only gonna get worse.
I'm a real bitch.
Ain't no love, all you getting is the shoulder. Don't need no man, so you getting a little older. Single mama drunk, oh now you getting sober. But it's over, colder. Ain't no love, all you getting is the shoulder. Don't need no man, so you getting a little older. Single mama drunk, oh now you getting sober.
Till you do.
But it's over.
You gonna be with Jesus. Hallelujah. Alrighty, praise Moses. Somebody type praise Moses in the chat room. Somebody type trademark in the chat room. Somebody type trademark infringement in the chat room. Anyway, look, the link to come on in is open. I know we haven't done this in a while because, you know, I'm rich. I don't want to talk to all y'all like that all the time. I got other stuff to do. But I want to give an opportunity. I want to give a shout out to you guys to come on in. I hadn't spoken with folks in a while. So the link is in the chat room if you want to come in. In the meantime, I'm going to read off these super chats, man. Shout out to Urban Eagle. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much, brother. Cody Marshall. Always good to see Cody. This is called cyber stalking, which is a federal offense. Get him, Dennis Furlong. We need to start looking out for each other in the wicked way. Man, this is just crazy. They won't leave that young man alone. I just think it's ridiculous. These chicks need a wake-up call. Deacon Weezo, shout out to you. Thank you for that $1.99. Deacon Weezo, big shout out to you. Who else we got? Barry Little, man. My man Barry Little, always good to see you up in there. Thanks for that 5. Who else we got up in here? Mr. You Not Qualified. Aaron the Plumber here. Aaron the Plumber here is support. Hey, shout out to Aaron Sloan. Brother, what's happening, baby? Good to see you up in here, man. I'm proud of you, man. You keep your head up. Keep fighting that fight. I don't know how many other people are standing behind you, but I didn't even know this young brother, but knowing enough about his story to know. And Aaron, you're welcome to come in here and chop it up with us for a little while, baby. Come on up in here. You're welcome to come to this forum. And I'm not one of them people that's gonna betray you. You understand? But nevertheless, Aaron said they deleted my Instagram after I uploaded receipts disproving allegations today. I feel bad they're coming after you now. Man, this is a lot on me mentally. I know it is, brother. I know. Aaron, I want you to listen to me. I know what you're going through. I can imagine. See, a lot of people think this is all fun and games. And you all don't know what you're doing to this young man. You don't know what he's had to go through to get to where he is. Somebody type Aaron Sloan in the chat room. Y'all don't know what this young man had to go through. I know enough about his history, and I'm not revealing anything that you all don't know. This young man grew up in a harsh environment. He grew up in apparently a gang-infested community, much the same as I did growing up in South Central LA. And there's already trauma that goes along with that. There's already trauma that goes along with that. It's almost like having gone away. I got a lot of veterans up in here. And there's post-traumatic stress that you grow up watching the things happen in your household, watching the violence that you have to endure. It's post-traumatic stress associated with that. And this young man who was a baby, he's only 29 years old, 30 years old. That's a baby. You don't even get grown till you get 40. And he managed to pull himself together and get himself together. And you all are trying to tear this young black man down. And you're mad at me for standing behind him. You want me to use my time, my resources, my intelligence. I don't care if I didn't like nothing he did. I'm not going to tear him down in public. That would be a conversation I would have with him behind closed doors. But nevertheless, this young man is doing everything we want him to do. He's redeeming himself. He's a young man, a young black man. And I understand what the young brother is going through. I do. It's not just emotional, it's mental. And see, what you all want to do is push him back to the other side so you can laugh at him. I know what y'all want to do. Y'all worse than the white supremacist racists that you say you hate so much. And I don't appreciate that. And that's why I'm so fervent about how I feel when I say I support black men, because we don't have nobody. Anyway, shout out to my man Lance Jackson. Thank you so much. Simple Shit TV. Always good to have you up in here, brother. And I got the house is full tonight, and I'm glad to have everybody up in here. Let's go ahead and bring some folks in. Shout out to Salty Balls. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my guys in here. Devin Lockett, yes.
Live from Oahu, my brother.
Hardy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you got to cam up if you want to come in. You got to cam up. Alvin Holden, there we go. The good Deacon, I see you down there, man. Let me get y'all squared up on this broadcast. Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Alvin Holden. Shout out to Lockett.
Hey, what's good? What's good?
Get everybody up in here, man. Let me get everybody up in here. Deacon Salty, is that you, Salty? Let me click up real quick. Let me make sure it's you, man. Let me make sure. Now, just to remind y'all, why would you pick on the dude that sued YouTube? Like, why would you look? Why would y'all mess with me? What in the hell were you thinking about? Why would a YouTuber mess with the dude that sued YouTube, Google, Alphabet? There's $1 trillion corporation, and I got them on the ropes. Why would you do that to you? Anyway,
you got to learn the hard way, Dennis.
Hey, they're gonna have to learn, man. Shout out. Is that you, Salty? Man, you gotta click. I'm gonna take you off so I can see you. Show me your face real quick. So I can make sure that's you. Let me make Deacon, is that okay? He didn't went up out of here. Anyway, man, welcome to the broadcast. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I'm gonna get to the rest of these in a minute. I'll get y'all sure you nothing. Y'all cold. Very little. And again, Aaron the plumber, thank you so much, brother. What's up, guys? What do y'all think about this lovely lady who decided to write this horrible article about, well, basically she trying to impugn my character by impugning Aaron's character. Aaron, go ahead, go first, man. What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, when I read this article, I felt like this was preposterous, and this was just an attack on black men. This was an attack on me overall. Seeing that it was an article coming from a black woman, I'm feeling like black women are starting to start some type of feminist movement against me because they do not like what I said on the Pop the Balloon dating show. But again, if we reflect on what was stated on the show, I never said any derogatory terms to these women. I was very polite. In fact, I had the most manners on the show. You know, they all came after me and I defended myself. Now today I disproved all the allegations that have been stated by these YouTubers that have been making, you know, a lot of money with these allegations. I uploaded them on Instagram, and I find it, you know, a coincidence that they delete my Instagram. Everything that the Queen of Accountability has been saying has been disproven on my Instagram today. And when I uploaded it, they disabled my account, so I'm not on Instagram whatsoever. Any account selling merchandise or anything, I'm not on Instagram, only TikTok. But I appreciate all the support that you guys been giving us. And moving forward, you know, God willingly, I just hope, you know, the truth comes out and I'm able to get back to my life. You know, I just acquired another job. I'm supposed to start next week. This is
what's up? What's up, man? Glad to hear that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, brother, let me go ahead.
I'm elated to start this new position, but I'm honestly worried about, you know, all these things being putting out into society with these false allegations and then getting back to these companies, because it can make or break a company. You know, if they start this feminist movement and these women are against me and I'm employed by a company and, you know, they're not for me, it can destroy a company in a real way. So I'm just hoping, you know, everybody just keep me in your prayers, and I appreciate all the love and support from everybody.
And brother,
No
first
doubt,
of all,
man. No doubt.
you don't have to defend yourself anymore. We already know the truth. We know what happened. You did nothing wrong. All you did, you was polite. You've already. You don't have to defend yourself. We saw what happened. We saw what happened when ourselves. They were just angry because you stood up for yourself. The same thing I tell my own sons. I got a 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, and an 8-year-old, and I tell them to stand up for themselves. I would be proud if my sons stood up for themselves like you did. And so you have nothing to be ashamed of. And you know, I brother, I ain't never met you. I think we, you know, but you're my little brother. You understand? You my young brother. When I see you, I see the brothers that I grew up with. I see the trauma in your face. I see the trauma in your eyes. I don't know your whole history, but I don't have to because I understand it. You see, I grew up in South Central LA, in the real South Central. I went to Manual Arts, John Muir Elementary School, over there between Vermont and Normandy. And you see what I'm saying? And so, you know, I grew up watching violence in my house. I grew up in my grandma's house. We had from crackheads to heroin addicts to people just getting in and out the penitentiary. We had gangbangers down the street, gangbangers in the house. I understand what goes with that hood life. And on top of the domestic violence that happens in those households when drugs and alcohol involved. You put some Donald Duck orange juice and some dominoes on the table, by the time they get to the spades game and when they start talking about biz whiz, somebody gonna pull out a knife. It's gonna be chairs throwing at about 1:30 in the morning. I know that. I know about sleeping on them brown rugs with that government house. You know, like they don't have projects on the West Coast, but you know them government houses because they got a little brown and the yellow, the stucco with the little brown garage. I grew up like that. 15 people in the house in a 4-bedroom house with two beds. So I understand what goes on with that. And it would be beneath me as a man, as a black man coming from where I came from, not to speak up for you. So you're not by yourself. That's the first thing I want you to understand. So at night, when you're there by yourself and you with your own thoughts and you thinking about all these things and how angry you are, how this thing played out, know that you're not by yourself. You're not alone. We care about you because we see you in us. We got cousins like you. We got brothers like you. I got a cousin right now. They caught him with 3 birds in damn with his dumb ass in Colorado, rolling from goddamn LA to Chicago. I'm like, dude, you can't do that no more. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that no more. They caught Dude, they call it a sting for a reason. They know what it is. Bro, you riding up there with the white boy in the Astro van, they looking for you. And now they set him down for 18 years.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? This is his third bid. He ain't gonna get out till he's 61. I say, you come out here and help me build houses, man.
Yeah.
Well, so when I talked to you, and he was on my TV show. Y'all guys who see co-parenting with the Spurling, I love my cousin, man. We grew up like brothers, but damn. And so I wish he had did what you did. Gave up that bull crap when he got out the first damn time from carjacking and robbing and gang banging and got himself a legitimate career. You see what I'm saying? So nah, bro, you don't have nothing. You ain't got to defend yourself here, not with me. We know who you are. You're our brother. And as long as you stay on this side of the law, I got your back 100%. The past is the past. The reason we look forward and not backwards is because we're not going there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
You good with me, man. You good with me. You ain't got to put one more defense out there. But anyway, I'm gonna let you hit this. This a rowdy ass group of dudes on here. We ain't been here in a minute. It's like getting your friends together. So I don't know what's gonna be said, but let's go ahead and go with the one that I always know is gonna be out the box. Devin Lockett, welcome back, my light-skinned brother from another mother. Let's see, shout out the veterans out here too, man. Go ahead, let's go, brother. Go ahead, Devin.
Man.
Go ahead. Please, no curse.
I'm down here in Waikiki, my brother. Check out the view.
Oh damn! Look at you. Okay.
All right.
Well, man, what do you think about this, man? Like, I look, man. Y'all know I don't go out looking for people. But then when somebody gonna send me an email, okay, damn, like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm trying to eat some chicken and have a good Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, she got to get that work, man. You got to give her that work, man.
I just put a post up saying, look, I'll see y'all next week. I'm busy. I'm rich now. I got the settlement money in. I'll holler at y'all in words later. You see what I'm saying? And then he sent me this email like, damn, all right. But anyway, what are your thoughts, brother? Go. It's a lot to talk about. Go ahead.
She need that work, brother. You got to give her that work. You got to let her know, man.
I ain't going to do it. I'm going to let BuzzFeed get at her. That's because you want to be famous, I'm going to make you famous. You know what I'm saying? The difference between my page and other people's pages is that this is potent. You see some of the things I talk about on this page, it ends up dispersing through the internet. You see what I mean? It's a lot of people with 100,000, 200,000, but the stuff I say is a lot different. But next up, we got my man, the contractor, and then we're going to go Alvin Holden. Contractor, brother, talk to me, man. What are your thoughts on what you see transpiring here?
Salute to you, sir. Good to have you back. Salute to my brothers in the panel.
You ain't going to see me for a week, but go ahead.
Yeah, Aaron, real talk. Come over to Machismo TV, hop on the panel. That way we can start sending you some information because I've been out here working for myself for the longest time, cuz.
Oh, okay.
So you ain't got to worry about all that, Slim. I'll show you how to generate your own clientele the way it's going to put you back proper, pimp. It's easy, but you got to have a formula for it. But for that young lady, I changed
I type lovely ladies in the chat room.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I want y'all to say something, the reason I say lovely ladies instead of mother and some and all that is because I know that people will take my words as a black man and use them against black women in general. I don't want them doing. I'm not going to be a weapon against my people. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I will chastise black women, and no, really, I'm chastising these hood rats faking like black women. You see what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with doing that because black men need to step up and do that because black women can't do it. They're afraid of them. They ain't gonna battle these hood rats in the street. These women to beat them down. They have drag you got. They need black men to stand up. They want you to stand up, and they will respect you more if you stand up. Aaron, I'm just skip back to him for a minute. Contract. Black women want you to stand up and put them bras in their place. Everybody wants black men to stand up and put these unlovely, hostile ladies in their place. They are out of pocket. But see, there's going to be resistance. But see, what I don't want is for the rest of you black men, I want y'all to listen to me very closely. All you quiet Negroes out there that didn't say nothing, but on the low, yeah, man, that's right. Yeah, I appreciate it. Where's your voice at? Straighten up your back. Have some backbone. Don't leave this man out here on the front by himself. The reason I said, let's contribute to his GoFundMe account, because I'm not about to sit up here and watch y'all check this black man and down this black man. No, we're going to flex on you like you trying to flex on him. We're going to match power with power. Okay, you know what? He wanted $1,000. Give him 14, baby. Put 14 racks. You know what I'm talking about? And that made them angry. That made them even, they mad about that because they wanted to bury this brother. And we said, no, I was about to cuss. We said, no, you rotten, raggedy, no, you're not going to do that black man like that for standing up, period. But anyway, go ahead, contractor. I'm running my blood pressure up. Praise God. I need
Jesus Christ.
But go ahead, contractor. Then we're going to go to Alvin.
I would say this. I'm gonna get off because I gotta do something with our channel on our show.
Praise God.
For that young lady that wrote that article, I highly suggest.
Praise God. Hallelujah. Go ahead.
That you deal with her accordingly.
Yes.
Because it would set an example for anyone else that decides to besmirch your name, good sir. But me personally, I don't deal with these hoes like that. I'm like, yo, who the fuck you talking to?
You can't say the words like that. You're going to get demonetized.
I'm sorry.
You got to hold that in, man. That's why I ain't come and let y'all up no more. Anyway, but go ahead, bro. I appreciate it. You always good to have you. Alvin, what you got to say, man, about this subject, man? Shout out to Alvin Holder. But go ahead, brother.
Salute to you, Mr. Sperling in the chat. Salute brothers, everybody in the chat on the panel. All of this it all comes down to censorship at the end of the day. And when it comes down to what we have as rights, particularly as black men in this country, we're the first to get ours taken away, right? Like this is somehow, some way they find a way to fudge the rules when it comes to us. They find a way to find the video when it comes to us. They find a way to find your criminal background when it comes to us. And then somehow your mugshots all over and all of that stuff always seems to be reserved just for us. And I understand the strategy that ADL does it. There's a couple of other entities that do it. And I think the question becomes, and this is what I'd like to ask to you, Mr. Sperling, and the rest of the panel, do we follow suit and use the same strategies and fight fire with fire? Or do we continue the way we have been doing, which is turning the other cheek?
First of all, turning the other cheek is not even what Jesus said. Okay, Jesus was a revolutionary. Yeah. And when you understand Jewish culture, Jewish customs back at that time, turning the other cheek, okay, so if a person was beneath you, you hit them with your left hand, the back of your left hand. That's the hand you wipe your poop with over in the Middle East. Remember, they used to eat with that right hand, and that left hand was reserved for that biological, what's that called? Recycled hand, toilet paper hand. That's what, and so if you put your left hand, that's why shaking with the left hand is considered a bad thing, because they eat with the right hand and wipe the camel, the backside with this hand. So if a person slaps you with the back of their left hand like that, bow, right, and your face go this way, like this, right, and you turn the other cheek. How do they slap your face? They got to slap it with the right hand. And so by slapping it with the right hand, they're basically showing you that we are equal. So Jesus's way of showing rebellion, and this is passive resistance, was saying, well, you slap me with the left hand, I'm gonna turn the other cheek. And now if you want to slap me again, you got to prove to the world that we're equal. And that was his passive way of resisting the oppression of the Roman government. See, y'all ain't studied your Bible. Hallelujah. Y'all ain't looked at the word. Remember when I used to do them Sunday broadcasts to get y'all? Sure. That's the Jesus. That's when I talk about the Most High. That's the Jesus I'm talking about. I don't know what kind of Jesus y'all talking about, because when I read my book, Jesus was a black revolutionary from the Middle East who died on the cross for insurrection and inciting the people to riot. Those were his charges. You understand what I'm saying? So that being the case, hell yeah, we're going to fight them the same way they fighting us. And we're going to win. And we are winning. That's the other thing. I told you this 4 years ago. Anytime black, and I told y'all, I can't keep up with all these videos, but I told you, I said, look, anytime black men involve themselves in a fight, we always win. We always look at all from the Civil War to the Revolutionary War to all these. And if they had let us loose in the Vietnam War, we'd have won that one too. Anytime you get the brothers in, we win. They're not going to win this battle. We've been fighting these lovely ladies back for the past 7, 8, 9 years. And that 50 years of bull crap that they were saying has been erased. We've explained that we're great men. We're good fathers. We're hardworking. We got women around the world saying we love black men. We want us to. Speaking of which, Aaron, brother, you need to get your passport, baby. You need to get your passport. You need to go ahead and go on. I got some places that you should go visit. Okay, go on over there. They don't care about none of that. They're gonna rub you down with cocoa butter, man, make you feel good. Go anywhere. That's the one thing I've been wanting to. Don't be stressing over these. We'll talk again. Anyway. So yeah, we need to fight them the way they fighting us. But shout out to my man Alvin Ho. We're gonna get another couple fellas up in here. I got Glow Hardy, Joshua, and we got, man, your name, Samony.
That's it.
Samony Wellback. Praise God. Samony Wellback. All right. I'm gonna go with my young brother Glow Hardy. Y'all about the same age, you two, man. Glow, what are your thoughts on this situation with this? You know, these haters out here, but why would they sue somebody who sued YouTube? Didn't y'all see me sue some YouTubers about 2 years ago, and then the other dude got his channel removed, and people just disappeared? Why would you? I don't want to fight with these people. But
I want the brothers in here in this panel to also let us know, you know, why is it okay for Donald Trump, a billionaire, to have millions in a GoFundMe, but a black man that has $14,000 in the GoFundMe, cancel him?
Because you a black man.
Yep.
That's why you're a black man, and the world does not think you deserve a pity, a praise. You don't. That's how they feel about you. And on
you're
top
the universal workhorse.
Hold on. You on top of that, you're a dark-skinned black man who looks like black men was supposed to look. When that's it. You're not one of them curly, wavy head. Light skin. I'm red. I want you to understand that. But nevertheless, that's what it is, brother. It's so much going on, and then when I saw it, I knew exactly what it was. In it's self-hate. They see you and they see themselves. You see what I'm saying? And it's so unfortunate that it's so obvious. But the hate that black women have for themselves is often transposed on black men. That's what it is, brother. Other than that, but that's why you got to get away from this cesspool that America has become, this cauldron of self-hate, and you got to go somewhere where you are what's the word? Celebrated and not merely tolerated. That's my thoughts for you. But just with that's another conversation. Let's try to get my man Glow Hardy, because my dinner is coming and I want to eat. But go ahead, Glow Hardy. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Talk.
All right, I got you, Uncle D. Look, salute to you, bro. Like, I'm glad. So directly speaking about the issue with these people coming after, these aren't people that think in hierarchies. These are people that think that everybody are on the same playing field because everybody has the same tools available. But what makes people special with their professions is that they know how to use a specific set of tools to get what they need to get done. So when these people, and then when you add on to the fact that these are people, black women specifically have been a specialized protected class for like the last 50 years and ran the narrative. Not only do they think that they could use the same tools and get the same results if they wanted the same results that you, but they could get better results because of their societal circumstance with them being a protected class. So this all goes back into, like, you know, this devolving the hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have the structure of men telling them, they haven't had an established structure of men telling them that they shouldn't do this or that. So like they create their own rule book, and these situations are the result of their own rule book. Wrapping it up with Mr. Aaron the plumber, bro, like, I'm glad that you did what you did. I think that you need to continue to stand on that business. You know what I'm saying? Tell them straight and stop playing with them. And you are entitled. I'm telling you that you are entitled to better options because your character is one of a great character. People that don't have any criminal records or these perfect slates or anything like that, these could become reprehensible people in their respective rights in their community as they get older. But usually men of value that have had to bump their heads hard, they end up contributing the most to society. And it's not only just your plight, it's the black man's plight. And some black man's plights are heavier than others, and you're in a position to handle that, bro. And you got support with you, bro. Like, keep doing your thing. You're doing the right thing, bro. Like, I don't want you to think that you're not doing the right thing, bro. You are doing the right thing. You're doing great.
You like a black superhero to some of these black dudes that can't.
Yeah, you are, bro. You are. You will be memorialized, bro.
You know why Kevin was so popular? Kevin was so popular because he was the first one to come out and tell our lovely ladies and all women. At some point, he started talking to women from every race. He was the first one to come out and tell women what men really thought. You big wide back, big old heifer. How dare you say you want a millionaire? What is your dress size? I mean, that man, when you big wide back, what is your dress size? And he was polishing with his face like that, sitting up. You know, they couldn't really say nothing to him. He would chop him up real nice, and he would, okay, no, you are average at best. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you speaking up, speaking up for yourself is a wonderful thing, bro. You were not disrespectful. You were actually very kind to them, you know what I'm saying? And I like that. I wish it's terrible that this situation happened and they would have, but anyway, man, thank you so much. Shout out to Deacon Salty Balls. He said something about Aaron Sloan. Dennis Spellman was Kevin Samuels, a lawyer and friend. I never represented Kevin Samuels. I don't want to confuse that. Okay, I was his friend and I advocated on behalf of the family when they asked me to. You're in good company, brother. And we know that chick allegedly tried to steal from date 420 night. Okay, we know a lot. The information is out there. I don't want to deal with that because we're not trying to, brother, we know what's true and what's not true. And we know that those women, like a lot of the women from what's it called? The Me Too era, they see blood in the water, they see attention to be got, and they just come out the woodwork. The nigga breathed on me one time when we was passing in the grocery store. He did that. I did it. They just get a whole story because attention is to women what respect is to men. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, excuse my use of the N-word. I'm trying to cut back. It ain't working. Anyway, my man Joshua, welcome. What's up, Joshua? How you doing, brother? We're going to say Seminy well back for last, bro. Joshua, talk to me, brother. What's happening, man? What are your thoughts on this situation?
It's a tale as old as time. We didn't even know much about the brother until the whole balloon pop thing. Then he gets some help, and then some random whoever comes out the woodwork, brings up the past, and then evil, so evil. Everyone's frothing at the mouth like a crazy, and I'm like, hold up for 5 seconds. There are people with all sorts of pasts, but it's always fun to hear under the microscope. Yep. What I laugh at is for some of our lovely ladies out there who like to scream towards Zaddy all the time, and again, this is more of a solemn thing. I do feel sorry for them because of just how many have lost their life.
Yeah.
But they don't speak on it. But last time I checked, we're the bad guy.
Well, brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Okay,
please finish.
Let me put it clearly. I'm the bad guy, but last time I checked, I'm the black guy. So blame it on me.
Yeah, blame it on. I'm gonna run that song too before we leave. The thing is, and I've said this before, and look, I'm telling y'all, I'm about to get the hell out of here. I'm rich now. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to give y'all some warning. Y'all not gonna see me around here. I'm already in the backyard. Pretty soon I'm gonna just be gone. What happened to D? What happened? He gone. Look, I told y'all some years back, the issue that black women have with black men is we can't give them what that white woman gets from that white man. See, that white man, even if he living in a trailer park, he has his white skin, he has that social status. And I know I got white dudes on here watching me, but you know it's goddamn true. That's how it's set up. Social status, it is what it is. So the black man, even though he's a multimillionaire, tall, handsome, whatever, he's still gonna get treated like an N-word because he's not that white man. You understand what I'm saying? And so because of that social status, because she can't be with the so-called alpha male, she treating all of us like we beta males. Now, there's a Mexican dude right now, somewhere between New Mexico and San Diego, that drives a taxi cab that gets more respect than a black man with a PhD. He gets more respect making of putting roofs together every day and coming home hot and sweaty than a black man who goes to work in a suit and makes 6 figures. Some of these dudes get more respect and brothers who are making millions of dollars either in business, athletics, or whatever. It is what it is. This is what you see happening. You see what I'm saying? But see, when we have a black man that say, oh, hell no, you ain't going to treat me like that. I don't care who you think you are or what kind of white man worship you got on your mind or how brainwashed you are. You going to treat me with respect. And see, that's what Aaron said. And he did it in a very eloquent way. He didn't call, I ain't hear no you riding raggedy 305. I ain't hear that. I didn't hear you say that. You might have thought it, but you didn't say it. You were very kind to them riding raggedy, lovely lady. You was thoughtful and articulate. The little Harrier, your arm's hairy as hell. You look like your arms. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like that because they like, how dare this beta male, this black man talk to us like that's what you're dealing with. But you don't have to take it. And I tell these brothers all the time, you're too nice. You're too nice. You don't stand up for yourself. And then when you see one black man who does stand up for himself, you see how they like, nah, we gotta oppress this. We got a rebellion in the slave quarters. You see what I mean? That's what you saw happening, Josh. But it's very interesting, but I've been talking about this for years. Let's get my man Samony well back in here, and I'm gonna give Aaron the last word. Samony, we got to get to Samony well back because
all right. Can y'all hear me?
And go ahead, Samony. Praise God. Go ahead.
All right. Can y'all hear me? All right.
Yes, sir. We hear you.
Oh, perfect. Hey, I just wanted to say, one love, salute to everybody in the chat. I'm just checking in from Virginia. This is my first time on the show, and definitely. What really got me involved was just checking out a certain YouTuber, not going to put his name out, we all know, who did that 5-hour interview. And it really upset me as far as how he was expressing all this emotion and this connection to you, talking about his father and how your experience reminded him of his own father. And the man was welling up. He was on the verge of tears in that show. And then 2 days later, in the middle of June, he's on the next show. And he's flipped the script on you. He's talking about how, you're a scammer, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa, this really just triggered some kind of indignation in me to where I just continued to follow the story. I was bombing on these different YouTubers' pages, calling them out, saying you got some, DF, that kind of action legally coming your way if you keep this up. And then, of course, following the community page, I hear tonight about this Jameson chick and her crazy writing up there, and I couldn't help myself. I decided to go in with the long essay, and I don't know if it'll get posted or not, but basically I laid out how everything that she's saying is really just based on hearsay and this notion that he's doing these things allegedly, but you don't have any evidence. You're talking about Brother Sperling here and saying that he's saying these things about women, but what does he say to support what you claim? He's not making these statements about women, that he wants this essay and these things that you allege he said. Where did he say that? So she's taking these statements and she's just running with her own narrative. And so I just had to say my piece on it, man. And like I said, it may not get published, what have you, but I think that it's about time that somebody challenge these women, these she-wolves really, and check them and put them in their place. Because again, this is all just spurious defamation and just wild speech without any factual basis behind it. My brother, Aaron the plumber, he's done his time. He's paid his debt to society. He's been on the path of redemption for well over 10 years. And, it's a time where he should be able to break clean from his past and focus on the character he's put forth. Focus on his good deeds, and whatever they want to think, whatever these she-wolves want to think, whatever the feminist community wants to say, if these black women want to continue coming after him, I'm going to continue having his back, and I'm sure we all will as well.
Yeah. Brother, shout out. That was very eloquent, well-spoken. So here's the thing. What we see happening is black men beginning to stand up and speak for themselves. Now, you got a lot of cowards in the black community. They still believe in happy wife, happy life. Don't say nothing. Keep your head down. But we got black men who are standing up now. And that's what you see happening. And I'm okay with that. And you all should be okay with that. Now, as far as me, y'all don't already know. You know, she put at the bottom, she said, you see with the part where she said Sloan's information is available, and then they put my name down there. Let me tell you, let me just run this down to y'all. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. So when you write the bar association on me, if you decide to, I invite you to do so if you're my client and I've done something unethical. What they're gonna do is they're gonna ask you for your first name, your last name, your address, your telephone number, your email address. They may ask you for your social security number and your driver's license. And then they're gonna ask you to write a written statement and explain everything in writing. Somebody type in writing. And you're gonna have to put everything that you say I did in writing. And then what they're gonna do is send me a copy of that, praise God, with your written statement. Somebody type slander in the chat room. Somebody type defamation in the chat room. They're gonna put your written statement with your address and your cell phone number, and your email address, and and then I will be able to find out everything I need to know about you. And because of course I would need to respond to that, right? Even if they don't accept this is unethical, they still gonna send me a copy of the letter with your complaint and your information on it, you know, and I might be able to contact your baby daddy or something like that, because the information's there for me. I'll contact your boss. Do you know this person is writing these fraudulent, slanderous statements about me using your office email address from that? That makes you responsible for that. See, I've done that before. And see the grave that you dig for me, you better dig one right next to it, because I'm gonna put you in that one. I want y'all to understand who you're dealing with. See, I don't have no, what's the word? I don't have no breaks. You see what I'm saying? If it's on, it's on. If it's gonna be on, I don't want to do this. I left that little boy alone, that little boy that was talking bad about me on the internet. Remember the little boy? You remember, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all was here with Uncle D, that's Jack, what he doing. I said, damn, why y'all keep bringing that to me, man? His channel disappeared. He probably, bless his little heart, you know, he can't pay his little child support, him his little white girlfriend. I don't want to do all that. Look, man, my man Bass like made a song about the dude. I'm like, man, I'm not playing that. My man, he got the song about, he said, D, let me buy the song back from you, and I'm gonna play it on it. And they're like, no, I'm not letting you do that to that little boy. I'm not, his little half white, I'm not gonna let you do that to him. Okay? The boy had a hard life. And I held back. Then when I seen his little sister, you know, her baby daddy was in an accident. This is the dude that talked bad about me. I'm doing my research. I'm doing the research. I'm down in it, you know, nitty gritty. And come to find out his brother-in-law was in an accident and they had a GoFundMe account. It wasn't but like $3 in there. I'm like, man, let's give him some money. Y'all remember that? Many of y'all contributed to what would be my enemy's sister's GoFundMe account to help that black man. I don't want to hurt nobody. And so when I see these YouTubers out here, these YouTubers with these huge platforms, and instead of being intelligent with this power, instead of being miserly, if we will, with this power, they reckless with it. They don't realize if you got 100,000, 200,000, 700,000 million followers and you say things, it has real life consequences and you can affect people's lives. See, this is not a game. This young brother right here has lost his job in real life because some loudmouth, reckless people had something to say on the internet and somebody with some actual reach decided to pick that up and allude to what was being said. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. This can't be 1980. See, in 1980, you couldn't hide behind no internets and telephone. You had to come outside. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just saying. I know me. This is what I'm saying, me. If you cause me all this kind of turmoil in my life, I'm gonna not like you forever. You see what I'm saying? And see, you don't have to say anything, Aaron. We haven't ever spoken about anything like this, but what's on my mind is I know where this young brother's from. I know the mentality. You see what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is, I don't even want to say it, but what I'm saying is the universe has a way of lining things up. You see what I'm saying? You cannot run from ever. It might be 20 years from now, 30 years from now. I wrote about this in my book, man. I got jumped by these 3 dudes tried to jump me when I was in middle school at John Muir. I remember the dude's name. His name was Valentino. It was this other dude. There was other big dudes, you know what I'm saying? We was big for 14, 15 big. You see what I mean? Not big like grown man big. And I remember I was running some errands for my Uncle Slim, man. I was in this brown Chevy Nova, and my Uncle Slim gave me this little 380. He said, nephew, you got 6 shots in it. Ain't no goddamn, ain't no safety on it. You understand what I'm saying? Just shoot. You ain't got enough to fight them off, but you got enough to hold them back. Just empty the clip, run. If you get caught by the police, we'll come get you downtown, period. You see what I'm saying? That's what he told me. And so when I would roll and do little errands from on the east side and whatnot, lo and behold, man, I'm over here on Normandy and Florence. I see this N-word. I ain't trying to cut back. I see this dude on the bus stop right there on Florence and Normandy. I say, man, I seen him right there. I'm riding, I'm headed north on Normandy, and I see him, he don't see me. I said that, man, I could pull back around in the gas station, get out the car, come right up behind him, and it's a wrap. And he don't even know who did it. And this is 5, 6, 7 years later. You see what I'm saying? See, this is the mentality that I come from. That's why you don't mess with West Coast dudes like that. We don't have no rules like that. You understand? And I'm trying to, God, Lord knows, Jesus, I don't, look. Whoo. What I'm trying to explain, don't do people like that, man. You don't do people like that. And some of y'all who read my books, y'all heard that story about Fat Terrell. His fat ass caught me in the goddamn sloss and swap meet one goddamn day. I'm in law school. I seen Fat Terrell I beat Fat Terrell ass. This is what happened. We in the 5th grade. We going down the stairs in the elementary school. And Fat Terrell was like, I'm like, all right, Fat Terrell, I got problems. I come from an abusive household. Like, you gonna give me a chance to get this off? Okay, cool. Fat Terrell was claiming some set from somewhere. Man, me and my homeboy, Shantae, we walked, and I had fought Shantae the week last, probably the year before that in the 4th grade. And you know, schoolyard is treacherous.
Squabble stories.
Yeah. But anyway, man, and I talk about this in my book, man. So Shantae ass did some Hulk Hogan stuff, got me in the headlock. Wow, hit me in the top of my head. I'm like, that ain't even no real fight, but we end up being cool after that because it's like, all right, you got squabbles with you. So anyway, man, we walking down 37th Street. I'm living over in, at this time, I'm living over in what, I don't want to say that, I'm living in a red rag representative neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? And I see, oh, that's Fat Terrell, right? Because I waited for Fat Terrell. Fat Terrell said he wants something. And I'm like, I need to get this out of me. I need to get this evil out of me, and you going to be this. So I seen Fat Terrell. I ran over there, man. We ran back into the gate. Shantae right behind me. I'm like, what's up? He started taking off his jacket. I start bopping it. Bop, 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 bop. And then he like, no, you want to fight? Let's fight. You see what I'm saying? Lord knows, man. This was 5th grade. I done went to college. I done finished law school. I'm in the Slauson swap meet trying to get me some socks and some t-shirts. I done came from Louisiana. I'm like, yeah, let me get a little, you know, I'm in the Slauson swap meet. Woo, woo. I see Fat Terrell, fat ass, and I knew it was him. Followed by a bunch of little dudes, man. I was like, oh, shit. He recognized me. I had to get my ass up out of there. You don't know what you're doing. You understand? Some people don't forgive you. And so all you see, when you go up, you coming down. And this is why I'm very careful with how I treat people. You see what I'm saying? This is why, even if I have a so-called enemy on the internet, I'm not going all out like that. You see what I'm saying? Because see, when you start taking people's livelihoods away from them, when you start causing damage, when they sitting up thinking about what you did to them, you see what I mean? You don't know what that does. So you imprint something like that in their head, and they will never forget you. You understand what I'm saying? 10 years later, I could have took that man's life and got away with it. 20 years later, this man could have ran up on me with the homies and packed me out. You see what I'm saying? You don't do that to people. See, a lot of these dudes are straight square. They never been on the streets. They don't know what's out there. They can't survive in that environment. And you messing with the wrong type of people. Some people will never forget that. Some people, have an evil side, if that's what you want to call it. And I know myself. I can be really evil. I can be mean. I can be nasty. I would enjoy it. I know myself. And there's other men out there who like that. So why would you do that to a man? Sun Tzu says the same thing. Why insult a man and make an enemy out of somebody? You don't know what you're doing. And all you YouTubers are doing are making enemies. You're not going to be a YouTuber forever. At some point, they're going to put your butt off of here. This is going to get corporate. They're going to be like, nah, y'all helped us out. They're going to do the same thing Fox News did. Remember when they used to have all them little black shows on Fox, and then they got all their black butts off of there, and now it's just straight corporate? That's what's going to happen to YouTube in about 10, 15 years. It's going to be it's going to be like the NBA. Unless you got a certain amount of money, you can't even get on. It's going to be locked up. That's what's happening. And you're going to be back at your little job. You're going to be walking through the airport one day, and they're going to Aaron the plumber. You know what I'm saying? They're going to Aaron the plumber right there. What you going to do in 10, 15 years? Oh, man, I'm my bad. He ain't forgot that. He ain't. You see, he swole. I bet he got hands. You know what I'm saying? He
got the meat mops.
You don't scrap with no dudes like that. You don't.
Not on purpose.
You gotta have some mean squabbles. You see what I'm saying? But look what you're doing. You're creating enemies out of your own brothers. You ain't gonna be living with them white folks. You're gonna have your black butt in all the same circles. They're gonna catch your ass at Essence Festival and tee off on you. Or you gotta constantly be looking over. Look, it's not worth it, brothers. Why making enemies out of y'all? This is what I'm trying to warn you. And it's the reason why I step lightly. I know that there's an African proverb says that when elephants fight, the only one that suffers is the grass. And see, right now, Aaron is the grass. He's just a little dude with no YouTube presence, a little Instagram presence. And you big behemoths out here are fighting and is crushing this young brother. And he's just now trying to recover 6 weeks later. So anyway, man, Aaron, I'm going to give you the last word, brother. I understand what you're dealing with. Many of us do. I empathize with you. I don't know where this course is going to lead, but I know that the universe bends towards justice. And, you know, those people who are high and mighty right now, it's interesting how the universe works. And I just hope that you pray to the Most High and that you be led in a righteous path. That's all I can say to you. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, brother, what would you like to add? Because I'm gonna get up out of here. Go ahead, brother. Talk to me.
I'd just like to add once again, you know, I'm not on Instagram. They deleted my Instagram after I uploaded everything with Queen of Accountability. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys been giving me. And just it's been a lot on me, you know, mentally. Without you guys' support, I honestly, I probably would have broke weak. It was nights that this then brought me to tears, had me punching things inside of my house because of these allegations. And I really stand on business, like not to glorify the penitentiary system, but people with those type of allegations, I didn't really did stuff to them, you know, and I don't condone that type of activity. If I seen that activity being conducted in front of me, I'm the type of man that's going to intervene. I'm not the one that's going to call 911. I'm going to go over there and put it all on the line and try to save somebody. So for them to be trying to discredit me, and there's been altercations in this city where I've defended women, you know, physically, and nobody's come out to say anything whatsoever. So it's like mind blowing to me. I've been trying to do everything right to correct my wrongs, but you can reach out to me on TikTok. Gail's putting my TikTok down there. And just moving forward, you know, God willingly, I get back into plumbing. I can get back to my life, and just keep me in your prayers.
Brother, you are, man. And my advice to you, man, don't go on these people's YouTube channels, man. You hear, this is a different kind of space. You see, I got you here amongst the brothers. Don't go on their channels and let them exploit you like that. That's the main thing. They're very exploitive. These people are snakes. You see them and they in it for the money, they in it for the likes, they in it for the subscribers. That's why they're here. And they you know, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. You understand what I'm saying? So just understand that, bro. This is just a little bit different kind of vibe. I opened it up. This has always been, whether it be on Facebook or social media, this social media platform. This has always been a place where Black men can speak openly about how they feel and they can share. I've had brothers talk about how they were sexually assaulted as little children, how they've had to deal with issues with their mother. So we pretty open here, and it's so we can humanize Black men and people can see we have, you know, we're not these cretins that they pretend that we are. But brother, you keep your head up. You know, we appreciate you, we love you, we respect you. You are us. You see what I mean? You have friends out there that they may not voice, but they support you. And what I'm gonna say is this: that this is not over. This is just a midway passage. But there's a great blessing for you when you get to where you're supposed to go. See, after a storm, there's always new growth, and you're dealing with a storm. And now hopefully you'll start seeing the new growth. Now there's gonna be some rain showers, and you might slip in a few puddles on the way out. But at the end, when this is all said and done, there's a great blessing for you. I know I've been through these storms before, several, and this is just one of life's storms. But there's a great blessing waiting for you if you just do what the Most High needs you to do, and that's just proceed forward, standing on standards in business and uprightness. Even Job was tested. You see what I'm saying? And he had done nothing, much like yourself. And so, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't kick yourself while you're down. You got enough critics. You know, and it's a lot that I would want to say, but, you know, I think most of you all understand. Y'all make sure y'all support this brother. Like I said before, this page is dedicated to Black men. I'm a men's rights advocate by default because I have 3 Black sons. And I know the world that they're going to grow up in. My 17-year-old, I can see him and you. You understand? In a few years, he's going to be dealing with the same thing. He'd be in his 20s, he's going to be dealing with the same thing. And I would hope that somebody would stand up for him. I hope y'all would take the fire that I have, but also and do the same thing for my sons. But I also want you other Black men who are YouTubers specifically, I want you to think about being more responsible because there are consequences. There's consequences to your actions. You're too big to be irresponsible. Oh, I'm alluding to this allegedly. You can't say allegedly. Just because you say allegedly doesn't mean you free from a lawsuit or free from the consequences that are associated with accusing somebody of such heinous crimes. And I'm not advocating anybody do anything to anybody. I'm just telling you how the world really works. You never know who you're going to be in the company of. It might not even be Aaron. It might be somebody that liked what he did, who liked what he stood for, who said, man, I don't like you now. You don't know how many, all these YouTubers, you don't know how many enemies you've made by picking on this Black man who did nothing. And see, when it all shakes out, when the emotions are gone and people begin to evaluate the facts and what they actually saw, as opposed to what you tried to pretend like they saw, they're going to say, well, that brother didn't do anything. And as Dr. Martin Luther King said, man, justice, the arc of the universe bends towards justice. And justice is going to come on behalf of Aaron for these lies that have been told about him. So that's all I got to say. It's always good to be back in here. To my haters, look, at the end of the day, man, I ain't really got to do nothing to you. You're going to take care of yourself. Now, if I do decide to do something, then you probably won't even know. You just going to disappear. Your little channel disappear, your little website disappear, and because you messing with somebody that this is what I do for a living. That's like trying to cut a razor. I'm a razor. Why would you mess? Don't even touch. Leave me alone. I'm not even that interesting. Look, I'm not even that interesting. You know, I got a receding hairline. I mean, you don't want nothing. I mean, you ain't gonna get no likes and subscribers messing with me. Don't pick on Alvin or somebody. The contract, they much more interesting than me. I got one woman, some kids. You know, I ain't that interesting. But you picking on me, you just picking a fight that you can't win. Nevertheless, man, shout out to Devin Lockett, Glow Hardy, Samony Welbeck, the contractor, Joshua, Alvin Holden. Big shout out to Aaron the plumber, man. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel because it looked like YouTube is trying to remove my damn subscribers. I was almost at 70,000. Now I'm back at like 69. Now what happened? You know what I'm saying? All this hate. Anyway, shout out to everybody, man. We're going to play a little song before we get up out of here, but this is going to be the outro style song. Somebody type BMW in the chat room. Black men winning. It's Uncle D. I'm out. You understand what I'm saying? Hate me all you want to, baby. I don't mind hating me. Hate all you can. Let me go the other way. Hate all you can. Hate everything. But I'm gonna still make you look good. Black men winning. Okay? Come on. Somebody type that in the chat room. Black men winning. Okay? Because that's just what's happening. We are winning.
We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. We winning. Yeah. We winning. We winning. We winning. I know they hating out here. Yeah. I know they mad. They all in their feelings. But baby, I don't care. She calling the police on me and everything. Yeah. Somebody need to get on the phone, call my attorney. Dealing with these hard-headed hoes who ain't learning. Acting all ignorant like a motherfucking menace. She better bundle up, cause bitches about to be winner. Niggas acting timid, why you think she treat a nigga so bad? Turn her only fucking son into a killer. Can't even distinguish who the women, who the bitches. She broke my nigga, even Jesus can't fix it. Navajo nigga, got a man up in prison, but quick to tell you, get your bag up, bitch, quit it. Ever heard of Dennis? Yes sir, get your spurting, we in court early, don't be acting all girly. Keep that same energy, don't need any men. You the man, you the father, you the face of many men. Yep, Minnie Rippleton, taking L's your whole life. While the passport bros taking off the next flight. Something thick, something feminine, rubbing on my shoulders. Be a cold day in hell, Blizzard King try to tell you. A new world is coming, bitch, you better stop sinning. See, God took Kevin, left your sorry ass with Dennis.
Somebody type old broad in the chat room. Talking about men, you can't find them. That just means you had your chance, boo. You had your chance, and your chance has passed you by. Husband done went on to the great beyond. He's not there looking for you no more. You done hit one wall. Somebody type one wall in the chat room. You done hit two walls. Somebody say 3 walls. Yeah. Uncle D is Uncle D. I'm out.
Dennis Burley Podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe.